Hello! Now we're here. Everybody was still muted. Now we're good. Hello, friends.
Hello.
Welcome back to another evening of D&D. We are not Great RPG, and tonight we're playing Tales of Settandor. Welcome to our holiday-themed tavern. Are you a librarian, Paul?
I'm waiting.
Okay, very good.
You're wasting your own time here, sir. Not mine.
But anyway, yeah, we're gonna go around the table, say who we are, and then I'll do the recap, and we'll get into the fun for the evening. So as always, I am Don, the DM for this campaign.
I'm John, and I play Ukubo.
I'm Kelsey, and I play Brina.
I'm Paul, and I play Arthas.
I'm Sarah, and I play Curio.
And I am Lawrence, and I play Hallam Farstrider.
Barreloff, thank you very much for the follow. Welcome to the Wanderer's Hideaway. But yeah, last week the episode title, A Flicker in the Night. I will read that now. Ukubo heads back towards the ship as an invisible Brina breaks off and heads back to the graveyard where she sees a sign offering nightly tours for 1 silver. The older man that she had previously heard mutter about making money off of the occasional skeletons moving is setting things up to make it more scenic and spooky. Brina walks in and begins to move several of the bones around. The man jumps and begins smacking them with his shovel once more. He is torn because he doesn't want to mess with evil spirits that will actually cause harm, but on the other hand, there is coin to be made. Brina throws one of the arms onto his shoulder, and the man knocks it off, splits it with a shovel, and screams, "I'm not fucking around with goddamn ghosts. This isn't worth it." Brina giggles, and the man yells, "Stop laughing, ghosts!" as he walks away. Brina walks back towards the ship to join her friends. Ukubo heads to the room and sees Aelred reading his book. Belfier is sitting in the room relaxing and thinking. Ukubo asks Belfier to read the letter from Ecthel out loud, but not because he can't read it, as he insists he can read. Belfier reads the letter and sees that it is from the Grey Branch Shipping Company, explaining what is needed of Ecthel regarding the barred walls, and that the walls would be ferried to Verdural for a border wall of some kind. Belfier reveals that his leader, Ufrock Oakhelm, was the one that sent him away with the key originally. Kiriel and Arthas sit with Ranadin as Kiriel plays. An extremely drunk man is very into her music, and Ranadin escorts him out with his badge after the man tells Kiriel, "Yeah, you're great, you're wonderful, I like you." Arthas orders some food and drink and listens to the goings-on in the tavern and ship. Nothing of interest comes up. Hallam, in a very deep sleep, has a dream of his father. He sees the wispy figure of him with the eye around his neck. He doesn't recall his father wearing the eye frequently, as it was more of a family heirloom. His father tells him that he has to head out to take care of some business, and he will be back soon. He is proud of Hallam for fighting and for what he has accomplished. Hallam realizes this is the last memory of his father, the last time that they spoke. Ukubo and Brina rest in the room, and Brina attempts to help Ukubo learn to read, but is unable to, as Ukubo doesn't seem to understand what she is trying to teach him. Aelred teaches him a few words after Brina goes to sleep, having slightly better success. Hallam awakens and heads to the tavern for a drink, as does Belfier. Kiriel goes and meets with Captain Broadsides, watching him sail the ship and seeing how it works. Arthas and Belfier chat as Hallam ignores them, seeing Arthas wearing the cowboy hat. Belfier talks with Arthas about Magdar, the dwarven man they are meeting in Wolfpine, saying that he has a job at one of the wood shops in town, or in one of the taverns, being quite fond of ale. Hallam orders a strong whiskey and then heads back to the room to sleep. Kiriel enters her room preparing to sleep and sees Ukubo staring at the letter. As they talk, he feels a familiar weight on his belt. The totem has returned, but it has changed. It is now a mish-mash puzzle of colors that looks stained into the wood. The totem also feels cold to the touch. As Ukubo talks to it, he realizes that the totem knows that he is Ukubo, as it says, "Hello, Ukubo," when he says hello to it. Aside from that, the totem reveals nothing additional. Arthas stands on the deck taking in the night air and then goes back to the room to sleep. A few hours later, they hear the ship bell ringing loudly. Everyone gathers their gear and runs to the deck of the ship to find Captain Broadsides and 2 shipmates fighting some heavily geared orcs. A flash of light catches their eye as an arrow flies from a nearby hill and sticks into the boat. Embedded in the head of the arrow is a red gem. After a second it explodes, it ignites the deck around it. The party jumps into action, fighting off the orcs after a lengthy battle. Along with the red arrows, they also fight off 2 more arrow types, 1 green gem and 1 purple. The green stuns and the purple sends tendrils to control their mind. The crew and the party survive, barely. The party then chases down the 3 archers on the nearby hill, killing 2 and capturing the last one. Hallam takes several of the arrows and a longbow with him. Ukubo casts Spare the Dying on the leader of orcs and ties him up. The group heads back to the ship with their unconscious prisoner, Brina carrying the bodies of the other two on top of her disc. And that is where we will start off this evening. You are walking back to the ship with your prisoner and several other bodies in tow. Ukubo, you are on the deck of the ship alone with the tied up, unconscious orc chieftain.
Which set of us would you prefer to begin with, sir?
We will resolve the people off the boat first.
Alright, so we have our person. Do we establish who's carrying said prisoner, or
I believe he was also put onto the disc.
Yeah.
on right?
Yes.
He's on top of the skeleton.
Alright, I guess we'll head.
Taking him back.
Yeah,
Okay.
headed back
So
to the
you
ship.
head back to the ship. You walk up the. You watch as the crew puts the gangplank down for you to get back on, as you had leapt off of the ship prior to chase after these orcs. And Captain Broadsides walks up to you.
Thank you for your help. I'm not sure we could have taken them on alone.
Of course. And I'll extend my hand.
And he reaches out and shakes your hand.
A shift.
Okay. Understandably. So the four of you see Ukubo standing on the deck, just kind of standing over this large, tied-up chieftain.
How's that going, Ukubo?
Ah! Orc man. Bad man.
Got
He is a
another
bad
one
man.
too. Point to the disc.
I look at the disc. I'm assuming there are bodies and like an orc man on there, correct?
Yes, there is one that is tied up, and there are two that are just kind of slumped in a heap.
Is the tied up one man conscious? Or
He is
unconscious as well? Skeletons.
They will be once I skin them.
Skin?
What?
Ukubo has
Nothing.
skin.
I throw up a little bit in my mouth.
Okay.
You're now getting used to like her having skeletons, but the idea of her skinning is just too much for you.
Removing
My
the
skeletons
meat.
are still with us.
That's fine.
Yeah, they're just- they're
skeletons
chilling.
They're all
though.
just like,
Yeah, they're just walking around.
what's the problem?
You can see that they're just staring at Arthas blankly.
Oh, that's
You
not
don't have
cute.
eyes.
Yeah, blankly
Yeah.
because they don't have.
They're
Yeah.
looking at me instead of Brina?
Yeah.
You know what?
That's
I'll
a bad
tell
idea.
Let's take the unconscious man off of my disc, and then I'll take my disc and my skeletons and go back to the room and do a little
I guess, yeah.
Okay, sure.
while they're busy.
Just skin them in front of a child. That's fine.
That's fine. He's reading a book, right?
Yeah,
He's
he
just
won't notice.
distracted
Yeah.
as
He
shit.
won't notice the hunks of orc meat being
I mean, he has-
slewed onto the
It's fine.
floor.
He hasn't noticed anything else that's happening.
Fair.
So
Okay, yeah. So you take the tied up one and put him onto the deck of the ship next to the other tied up chieftain, and you watch as Brina just walks down the hallway. Skeletons and
Skips
disc
down the hallway.
skips down the hallway. I assume humming a tune of some kind.
La, la, la.
As the disc floats behind, you watch the arm of one of the orcs just like flop off the side and smack against the side of the ship. As it floats down the hallway, skeletons in tow. Captain Broadsides walks up to you.
Do you want to put them in the brig?
yeah.
No,
Yes.
no.
What?
Ukubo have plan.
Well,
What is this plan?
Kiriel. Be orc. Talk man. Orc. Good plan.
Solid plan.
what size class are orcs?
They're very similar
Yeah.
to us.
Yeah.
Especially you and I, as
Yep.
larger, medium-sized humanoids.
they're
They're still
on the
medium.
larger
I
end of
wasn't sure if
medium.
I could. They're still considered
Yeah,
medium.
you could. Yeah, you could transform.
Ukubo could be orc with you. Orc.
I don't.
Just like that.
Uh-huh.
Did we hear them talking at all? Like
Orc.
You did not.
Ukubo, we don't know what they sound like, how they speak, if they even speak.
Can I
Common?
Can I attempt to, I guess, mimic their grunts?
Sure, performance check.
Go for it.
Oh, jeez.
You're a paladin!
16!
Alright, that's fine.
It's okay. It's close.
Grr.
I guess can I mimic their grunts? as well.
You guys are charisma casters, please.
Hey, this was good.
I know, I'm very proud.
Paul's never met a charisma check he couldn't fail.
Except for Ukubo's performance check.
It's the only one.
Can't do it.
Rolls to the one every
Oh, I
time.
have the wrong character sheet up.
Rip.
Do you want to performance check the totem currently?
Might as
Just
well.
we'll just get it
Just
out of the
while
way
we're-
now.
while we're here.
waiting.
It's an 8 with bonus.
Yeah, not good.
Mm-hmm.
It's worse
just-
now.
I don't even move. I just.
Yeah, Arthur just opens his mouth.
My performance is a 24.
Yeah, you do a very convincing orcish grunt.
Orc. See? Take man on date like other men. Orc, question.
I just nod. I nod.
No.
Kiss.
No.
Work last time.
No, it didn't.
Yeah. Yes,
Not-
it did. It
not-
worked really well.
Arthur's punch
I
man in trees.
Beat the shit out of him,
Yeah,
Push
that guy is
lake.
dead now.
Push body into lake.
and then we all became friends.
River kind of. There's a lake nearby.
Forever.
Ukubo's got a very fucked up
We-
version of what a relationship is.
No,
I mean,
we established this
far as-
together.
This,
As far as what I have seen,
We have to
be
make Holland.
successful.
We have to make Holland one of us. It's only right.
Want to push man in lake?
Sure.
Put rock on man
On chest.
on chest.
We could do that.
we're gonna find him washed up on the shore because the lake. Well, we're not.
It's a river.
Yeah.
Would drown.
Oh my goodness.
Wood can't drown.
Haha. Ukubo can't drown. Ukubo
I'm not
is
going
wood.
to.
No.
Beaches!
I think this is a bad idea. I think this is not a good idea.
Why?
Do you have a better idea?
Uh-huh.
I mean, I think just questioning him probably is a better.
If only
Plan.
we
He's-
had some sort of
what is he
club
gonna
that we
do?
could beat him with mercilessly.
Wake up and assume that they won and just go out on a date.
Uh-huh.
Maybe.
No. No.
Like a victory date.
You not know orc culture?
No, do you?
No. Could be thing.
I don't.
I'll do a history check.
I'm also...
Do you?
I'm a 14. Is that a thing?
12. No?
No.
Orcs are weird. I don't
You're
know.
not familiar with orcish culture.
Even
So
being
not
around-
familiar. Not that no, it's not a thing. Not that we don't know it's not a
You
thing.
do not know
What?
that if
Was
it's
that-
a thing or not.
Very good.
Maybe you should give him some shoes.
He might like shoes.
We don't have any extra shoes.
Shoes from dead orc. Here go.
We do have extra shoes. They might even fit him.
Uh-huh. Perfectly sized
Maybe
shoes.
he was jealous of one of the other orcs' new shoes.
Could be. Traitor.
For shoes.
Shoe traitor.
You could become friends with Oog.
Uh-huh. Curio.
No.
Let's just. You
Orc,
wanna just
orc.
roll? You wanna just roll persuasion? I'll roll persuasion. I'll do it.
No.
Ukubo will be orc then. I'll pick up this orc chief thing, cause fuck it.
Okay.
That'll
Huh.
work.
Huh?
Sure.
Ukubo take on date.
Just don't talk too much.
Okay.
Good.
Let's sling him over my back.
I want to pick up the archer and
Okay.
turn to the captain. Where's the brig?
I'll take him.
All right.
You hand over the body to
Yeah.
Captain Broadsides and he walks off.
All right.
Just for clarity, my part of the conversation I did say out loud, so he did. I don't know if he heard what Ukubo was saying, but he should be confused for sure.
He did not hear.
He did not hear.
No, he
No.
was busy attending to the crew and the rest of the guests. Damn it.
Great. I'm gonna walk to the edge of the gangplank and ritual cast water walk on myself and walk this orc to the shore.
Hey, where are you going?
Date.
You need others with you.
That's not how dates work.
See?
We didn't leave you alone.
You want to watch?
No. What are you gonna
God.
do?
Chat.
Sure.
Okay. Well, cast. Who else wants to come along?
I'll go with.
Okay. You're still skinning.
How long does it take me to skin 2 orcs?
Probably a
It's
while.
gonna take some time. for
Longer
sure.
than this conversation.
Yeah, longer than this conversation. Isn't it?
For sure.
They're
You're
they're
very
fresh.
small. They're very big. They got a lot of skin and meat. You got to clean off those bones.
Yeah, you gotta
They're
cut
also-
through
It's
like
not
your
like they were
body's
rotting. They
full
were
just for
very
the arm.
alive.
I don't want you guys to leave me.
I mean,
You
just
wouldn't
leave
know.
them in there and
You
go
just
out.
put them in the
Totally.
brig. Take them to the brig.
But aren't they dead?
They're dead.
Yeah, they can still go to the brig.
It's
You're gonna
fine.
leave
You
them in the
just,
room
like-
with the
Just
with
like
the
cover
children.
them
That's
with a
fine.
sheet.
Yeah.
They're
I
your
take-
friend.
You're gonna leave
Ukubo's
corpses in the
sheet.
room unattended
Yeah.
with a
We're fine.
couple of children.
That's fine.
One of whom is a criminal.
As long as he doesn't take my
Skin.
skeleton.
It's fine.
I don't
He's
care
gonna
about
be
the
wearing
skin.
the Rannigan's gonna be in the skin.
That is totally
He
fine.
may do it for you.
If he skins
fine.
them
What
for
a
me,
hero.
then that's fantastic.
We
So
can
I'll
pay
leave
him.
them under
Just
a
give him a
sheet.
coin. He'll do it for you.
Just leave him a little note. Ranadin, skin these. Thanks, bro.
No, I'm gonna put a note on it and just put
We'll skin later.
Skin
just
later breeds.
don't take the bones. I almost called them. I was trying to go towards skeleton, but don't take the bones. I put that on top and then I walk out.
Okay.
Literally right in there.
Don't take the bones.
Don't take the bones from inside these big meat sacks. You leave a note and you walk back onto the ship and you see your friends preparing to deboard.
Very good. So I'll ritual cast water walk on all of us.
Okay.
And I will walk me and this wonderful party to the edges of where approximately on the map en route to Wolfpine were we?
You pull up the map.
Had we been journeying for some
I see the
time
map.
aboard ye old shimmery stone too?
Yes. So I would say that you are, based on that time frame, if you were up around here, you are probably close to the base. Of,
Close to the mountains, you might
close
say.
to the mountains, yes.
Very good.
Hey,
that-
so what are
that
we
is where the
doing?
ambushing would have taken place.
Ukubo going on date.
Oh, fun! Can I come?
Orc.
Orc.
Can we quote that, please? Can we just quote Orc Ukubo, please? Thank you.
You can watch Ukubo on date. Everyone
guys
else
don't-
wants to watch.
If everyone else is, then I would love to watch that.
Okay. Where you guys hide?
I
Is there
I can-
cover nearby?
In
And
There's some hills that you could kind of duck behind you, and you could
I
sit on
know.
top and try to watch you.
Okay, so after you all go hiding, I'm gonna wet this man
Okay.
and wet myself.
Okay. Did you disguise yourself?
Not yet.
Okay.
With water.
Yep.
I'm not peeing on myself and this man.
Very
Yeah,
clear.
anyway.
Right?
I knew you weren't, but
Yes.
okay, that's
Happy
fine.
for the
Glad you
distinction.
specified.
I'm glad
So
we
you have
sp-
a
yeah.
full bladder, is what you're telling us.
100% very full bladder. Big combat. We'll have to.
Okay, very
Yeah.
good.
And then I will disguise self. I will look like one of the orcs that we battled.
Sure.
In terms of just generic appearance. Ideally, without armor, I would also like to remove his armor.
Okay.
And throw it in the water.
Okay.
And any other items he might have had on his body.
Okay. I assume you're still in sight of the ship.
Correct.
Okay.
Yes. So, into the water, so this way they sink. And then I will cast Cure Wounds on this man.
Okay.
And I will restore 7 hit points to this man.
Okay. So you watch as you restore these hit points to him, having splashed the water on his face previously, and he begins to cough. And you can see that his eyes are moving behind his eyelids, and he begins to stir, and he opens his eyes and sees you.
I want to shake him, like sitting in front of him,
Okay.
like frazzled, as though something terrible has gone awry.
Okay.
I'm going to point towards the ship.
Okay, and you see him look over toward and look back at you and say something in Orcish.
Uh-huh.
Oh.
yeah, that was.
Does it sound anything like orc?
It does not. Oddly enough, no.
Believe it or not, he's not a Pokemon. So
Could be.
Gesture to my neck.
He just kind of looks.
this is the Little Mermaid now. See which
You
took
just
my
keep-
voice.
just grunts at you.
Point towards the mountains. I will have this conversation.
And he screams something else at you in Orcish and begins to get up.
Okay. I'll step up.
And he just points at the ship. And begins to walk back towards the ship.
Okay.
Trying to look for his gear.
Is he attempting to walk on the water?
You're like right next to the water?
I mean, yeah, we would be a few feet in from the water, from the riverbank.
Yeah, he's going to try to not walk on the water, he's going to try to swim in.
Just looking for his items without context?
No, he's trying to get to the ship.
Get to the ship then.
Yeah.
Okay, because you had said he was looking for his gear.
No.
Okay.
I mean, he's looking around, doesn't see it, and is going back to the ship.
Okay, so yeah, as he's swimming, I'm going to swim back with him.
Okay. So you guys swim back to the ship, and you watch him swim to the back corner and start climbing at the connection point between the casino and
where I had boarded previously.
Yes.
Has
So
enough
as we see
time
that
passed
happening,
are we still able to walk on water right now?
Yes, it lasts for an hour.
Yep.
Okay.
should we go back to the ship?
I told you this was a bad idea.
Why did they swim back to the ship?
I don't know.
As soon as they're both moving in that direction, I'm definitely.
Yeah,
following.
absolutely.
Yeah, same.
Yeah, so you guys start running
Yeah.
back towards the ship, and you watch as Ukubo, disguised as this orc and this orc chieftain, climbs back aboard, and he does like a forward tumble roll and gets up and begins to walk through the halls of the ship.
I'm just following him. Orc.
Okay, and you guys walk through, and you see him get to one of the doors on the ship, and he kicks it open, and you see Captain Broadsides inside.
Mm-hmm.
And Captain Broadsides draws his blade and points it towards both of you.
I'm not stepping in.
Sure.
When he kicks in that door, I'm standing in the hallway.
Okay.
You get off of me, ship beast!
And the orc charges him, and Captain Broadsides is going to attack him.
Okay.
What?
And you watch as this orc chieftain falls to his knees and falls to the ground once more.
Okay, so do I hear the sounds of like a weapon, like a sword splintering through someone, like a slashing?
You hear his, it cut through him.
Okay.
Yeah, you can hear the noise of it cut through him as he falls to the ground.
Okay, so I will drop my disguise self, and I will wait
Okay.
to hear what Mr. Broadsides is doing.
So he is just going to walk out of the room and call,
Oi, shipmate 2! Get in here!
Mm-hmm.
And he walks, I assume...
Shipman 2.
Mm-hmm.
Sorry, Shipman 2!
Come on.
How did you forget it already? Jeez.
So he sees you when he leaves the room. Because you said you're
Captain
just...
Broadside? Yes, I was standing out in the hallway.
Ukubo, can I help you with something?
Orc.
Yes, he made his way back onto the ship.
Uh-huh.
Yes.
Ukubo brought back life.
Why would you do that?
Tried talk, orc.
You don't speak Orcish, though, I don't think.
No.
Do any of you...
And you guys start moving
Yeah.
down the hallway as you see this conversation taking place.
Mm-hmm.
Do any of you speak Orcish?
No.
Nope.
I say no in Dwarvish.
Okay.
What orcish?
That's a pretty crude language.
Language.
Yes. A lot of the orcs speak at least a little bit of common, though.
What mean? Language.
What you're speaking right now, or not speaking, that's common.
Common.
Yes, most races have a language.
I speak Draconic.
What mean? Dragagic.
Close.
Turtle.
Turtle. Turtle conic.
I'll say something in Draconic.
What you saying?
Mm-hmm.
Hey,
Kind of hope you're just saying dragon.
Yes.
Turtle.
Because, again, I am a Pokemon. I'm just going to say something generic, like, this is what This is another language. This is Draconic.
Language.
Yes, most races have their own language.
Ukubo like turtle talk.
And you see Shipman 2 walk in.
Language?
Yeah.
I high five Shipman too.
You trying to speak to him?
Ooh.
Dead guy.
Do you speak Orcish?
Orc?
A little bit.
Turn him into an orc.
I mean, I guess I'll spare the dying.
Again.
And then I'll cast Cure Wounds and give him 7 hit points again.
Okay. And he watches this man stirs again and flips over and immediately gets up and starts to, like, you know, kind of flail around the room a little bit because he's surrounded by all of you.
Mm-hmm.
And realizes that there's nothing in here for him.
Mm-hmm.
There's nowhere for him to go. And he just sits and just looks at all of you angrily and just breathing very heavily and snarling.
I'm gonna have my rapier out and just be pointing it at him.
I mimic his
as well.
snarling.
Orc.
I'm just gonna stare at him and occasionally shift.
Okay.
Shipman 2.
And he crouches down in front of him, and you watch as the orc just follows his gaze and just stares directly into this man's eyes. And Shipman 2 looks at him and says something in Orcish, and the orc chieftain says something back.
His name is Ugash. He's the chieftain of the Craghand tribe.
Okay.
Is there something you want me to ask him?
What is he doing here?
And this exchange continues again. I'll also describe what this man looks like since we didn't last time. Not Shipman, doesn't matter. He's a god. He's a god. He is a god.
Needs no description.
Shipman is a.
That's what I mean, is he doesn't need a description because you know that he's just popping.
Sounded insensitive the way you said it.
I did, but it was
Thank
not
you for the
meant that way.
clarification.
He's
Yes.
a chieftain of what tribe?
Craghand. C-R-A-G hand tribe.
Really went with K on that one.
So the war chieftain Ugash has dark green skin, deep brown eyes that are kind of slightly tinted with red that catch the light of the few candles that are around this room. Large tusks protrude from his mouth and curve upward. He has a hooded cloak that is now down, made from the fur of a wolf. Across his chest is a brown leather belt that attaches to leather pauldron shoulder pads that are covering his very large muscly shoulders. He has fur-lined pants that stretch down to bound, wrapped leather boots that are tied with the bones of a small animal, and he has iron braces on his knees and his forearms to block attacks. So you watch as this conversation continues between the two of them. And Shipman 2, I'm going to just give him a name for clarity. Okay.
What? No, come on.
His
give me a
name is Shipman.
Yeah, that's true. His first name's Ship.
Ship.
Middle
Call him
name
Ship.
man.
Yeah.
Middle name
middle
is
name's man.
Last
Last
name
Last name
name's too.
too.
He just likes to go by the, very
Yeah.
full name, Shipman 2.
Yep. So Ship looks up at you and says,
He says he's here for his people. Thinks they're aboard the ship.
Why would your people be aboard the ship?
and he turns and asks him this again. And Ship looks back at you.
Said that people are taking them aboard this ship. He's just here to get them back.
I'm gonna leave the room and go look around the ship for his people.
Okay. Yeah, so you just start wandering the halls looking for tied up orcs
I'm
somewhere.
gonna let myself into any room that's open.
Okay. So there are, most of the rooms are locked. Some of them are empty. You do walk into their room, which is unlocked, and you find a blanket covering several orc corpses.
I'm gonna
I already
spit
know.
on
You
the
just
orc
see
corpses.
Ranadin sitting there looking up. What?
Carry on. I'm gonna spit on the orc corpses and keep going.
Yeah, and he just continues to skin.
What a little
He's
hero.
skinning them for me?
Yeah.
Fuck yes!
Yeah, you don't find any orcs in any of the rooms that you've gone to.
Okay. Where is the brig?
You do not know.
Gonna keep looking.
Sure. Yeah, so you'll continue to walk through the ship.
Is the captain there?
Yes, Captain Broadsides.
Does he have anything to say about that?
You didn't ask? He hasn't said anything.
I mean, I definitely looked at him when it was said.
Don't know what he's talking about. There's nobody aboard this ship.
Oh, there's nobody. That's very interesting. Where is it?
Everyone's ticketed.
Yeah, that's a 21 with bonus.
He's definitely lying to you.
26.
Oh.
Yeah, he is lying. You can tell that he is very nervous about this topic coming up.
What aren't you telling us?
Nothing. There's nothing. This is just a passenger ship.
And he's like looking around for Hollum, but you're not there.
I'm gonna grab him by the shoulder, kind of like trying to be friendly. Of course you wouldn't steal orcs. What would you need them for?
Exactly.
And I'm gonna start walking him out of the room,
Okay.
away from everyone.
Okay.
We're gonna walk down the hallway,
Okay.
and as we get further, are you guys following or?
Nope. I'm looking right into the face of
I'll follow.
Shipman 2.
I'm gonna follow him.
Yeah, I'll
No,
follow
the orc
too.
man. I'm just sitting in front of him, just orc,
Just
orc.
staring into his eyes and saying orc, orc.
Yeah,
Okay.
I want to learn language.
Okay. What are you two doing?
Well, so how far is the hallway? About how long would it take to get to the end of it?
Only, probably 20 or 30 seconds. It's not that long.
So I'll continue to like be happy with him. Of course you wouldn't do that. And then as we get to the end of the hallway, I'm just gonna turn to him and say, "Where are they?"
I don't know what you're talking about.
I'm gonna hit the wall behind him, and then I'm gonna scream in Draconic, "Where are they?"
You hear draconic screams in the muffled voice of Captain Broadsides.
About how far away from where I am now?
You're in one of the rooms at the end searching around, so it's pretty close to you. You hear it in the hallway
I'm
outside.
Gonna follow up on that lead.
Yep. So you see the door next to you open, and Hollum pokes his head out. And,
Oh, Hollum, tell them that we're just ferrying passengers in those walls.
I don't know anything about the ship. Why would I tell him that?
and you can see that he is staring at the crook of your arm.
Do you have something you want to say?
No, there's nothing to be found here.
I'm going to
So as of right now, in the room previously, it is just me, the orc, and Shipman 2.
Yes.
Shipman 2 must help Mr. Broadsides.
Are you sure?
Yelling, Ukubo watch orc.
Okay, yeah.
No, please.
Pushes himself up and runs out.
Very good, Don.
Yep.
So I'm going to cast message to this orc, speaking in common.
Yep.
Ukubo, hide you. Get off boat. Get back to home.
Why help Ugash?
Ukubo know what like to not have family and looking for. Want help find people.
Family on boat.
Ukubo find family and bring to Ugash.
Why Ugash trust you?
Why Ukubo offer? Already have as prisoner.
Ugash not know.
So trust Ukubo.
He just...
Very good. I'm going to begin ritual casting Feign Death on this man.
Okay.
So it will take me 11 minutes
Okay.
to do that. He will drop to a cataleptic state that is indistinguishable from death.
Sure. You're faking his death.
Correct.
Okay. We'll cut back to you guys.
I guess I'll ask John. Can I use suggestion to get information out of someone? Does that...
What kind of information? Because, you can't...
It's because I don't want to overstep into,
Well, it's... You
zone
can...
of truth.
You're giving them the one-word
charm.
command. It's not, though. When you give them the command...
Well, suggestion is not command.
I understand that. I'm just saying, when you give them the suggestion, They are obligated to follow it so long as it does not immediately put their lives into jeopardy.
Okay.
Knowingly put their lives into jeopardy. So when I suggested them and told them to walk backwards in an area, they did not know that behind them was like a pitfall.
Yeah.
So if they know where they would be going or what they would be doing would put their lives into danger, they would not
They would not do it.
be obligated to follow it.
Yes.
So you can still attempt to do it. It's just, you know, that's morally gray area to where Don is the one who would make that determination of is it into that bounds of life threatening.
All right, so I'm gonna cast suggestion then,
Okay.
and turn to Captain Broadsides and just say, "Why don't you tell us the truth?"
Okay. Do you have to roll for that, or do I have to
You have to
make
do a
He has to
wisdom
make a
saving
save.
throw.
Sure. He fails.
So, with what John said taken into account.
Sure. And just what is your question again?
Why don't you tell us the truth?
Okay.
Yeah.
So technically he can answer why he doesn't tell you the truth instead of the truth.
Correct.
Well,
Which
this
is-
would be
yeah.
a suggestion. All right.
Yeah, but
There are things that I can't tell you. You're not part of it.
You can tell me.
You're not with them here.
Let me handle this.
I'll walk away.
I don't.
He's part of it. And I roll up his sleeve.
Yeah.
Hey, whoa, whoa.
and you see the green eye is still there.
All right.
And he just like takes several heavy breaths and waits until Curiel has paced down the hallway away.
Brina, are you also here?
I was there, yes. I start to walk away, but then I like turn into a door that's open.
Okay.
And I go
And
invisible
and come back.
and come
Sure.
back.
You got it.
This is a long story. You're partly involved. I don't know what you do for the chamber, but it's neither here nor there for right now.
The chamber. Got it.
Can I cast polymorph on myself?
Detect chamber.
Actually, well,
Actually.
it's probably a bad idea. You can still understand languages with polymorph, right? Probably not.
You would speak the languages of the creature that you become, and
Alright, never mind.
Okay.
well, I mean, in terms of like if you're becoming an animal, you lose the ability to communicate. You still retain the understanding. That makes sense.
Yeah,
Okay.
never mind. Yeah, I'll just...
It happened when my ship sank. The Shining Stone won, as it were. We'd been traveling out into what lies out at sea to see how far we could get, and there was a large storm. Lost a lot of good men, and my ship barely made it back with the few that we did. And I went back to Ramshorn, my home, unsure of what to do with my life or the future, what it held for me. And I had a drink in a tavern, and a man approached me a few weeks later, saying that I could get a new ship for free, for nothing, and a chance to make a difference and save the world. But I had to ferry people down this river that would exist.
This was prior.
Yes,
What did the man look like?
it was a halfling. His name was Bilbo.
Oh, I worked it in.
Is this...
Do I have to roll an insight check, Don?
Sure, you can go for it.
Why is Bilbo in this campaign?
Because we already threw his body away.
Oh my
That
god.
was the body in the fucking coffin, dude.
7!
Telling the truth as far as you can tell.
So,
Murdered Bilbo.
I don't know how much No, I didn't murder him. He's already dead. I guess I can't really hide the shock on my face.
Yeah, you're just...
Oh,
What do you know?
well,
Have you
what did
met-
I loot it from? I can't even remember. A giant?
From the giants,
The
yeah.
hill giants that we killed in the
I may have
plains.
found a halfling named Bilbo in a casket off a giant's corpse.
Seems he
That's now at the bottom of the river.
met the fate I thought he might. I haven't seen him in some time, but he told me he would be.
Expected him to be in the pocket of a hill giant.
Well, not specifically, but...
I thought that would come
I
in.
saw that one coming. He informed me that he would be traveling into the mountains for something, and I haven't seen him in some time. So I assume that he was killed by the orcs or the giants.
Yep.
So but anyway, he approached me and
I told you I would make it something, and I did.
I can't call it. Sorry.
the orcs are a threat to our land, and Bilbo explained that they need to be dealt with.
And you, Arthas, can remember that this sentiment kind of mirrors what the dwarves had told you previously, that they are a threat that needs to be dealt with.
Right.
They didn't really elaborate as to why, but
the dwarves were talking about the giants.
giants and
orcs?
Yeah, in that whole area, in the Fractured Peak.
So we can't take them out all at once. There's too many. There's not enough. We would have lost too many people, and not everybody is sympathetic to our cause or a part of this. So they were captured and stored on the ship and taken to Illidel to be disposed of. That's what your walls are used for. There's no wall in Verdural. They're cages. That's why we needed more. The orcs that you fought on the ship were not ones that raided, they were ones that escaped.
Wow.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, I'm not there.
No, I'm just digesting. I'm a little confused. Why are we taking them again? I don't really understand.
I was just told that they were a threat to the future of Settandor, and that they needed to be disposed of. This was my way to make a difference and change.
So what are they
World.
doing to them in Illidel?
I don't know, I just dropped them off. They get picked up from the ship and taken away. I get them on the way down, and I ferry them back up, and they're taken in Ramshorn. And after that, I don't know.
I'm just gonna back away from him.
Okay.
I mean, you know what the chamber is for. You understand what we're doing here. You may be a different part of whatever this is, but you're clearly saving Settandor too if you have that mark.
I'm just gonna nod and pretend I know what he's talking about.
Okay. Colin, what are you doing?
How many others are on the ship?
There are several, about 10, in the base of the ship.
And how did these that attacked get out? You said they escaped.
Yes, they broke through one of the walls. One of the guards had not locked it or something. I don't know, but they damaged them and escaped up through and out of the ship, and we fought them off, and Arthas and his friends helped us fend off the attack originally. But that's why we needed more walls.
The ones that we killed tonight, was that what was left of them?
No, that was a raid. They were coming to reclaim the ones that were taken, I assume. Based on what Ugash said. Been dealing with this more and more. They're usually able to fend them off, but this is the worst that it's been. It's usually just a small number of them. This was the largest number, and we've not seen a chieftain.
Do you know where they are being taken from?
Somewhere in the Fractured Peak, I don't know. There's a man just brings them with a crew. I don't handle that part of it. As you know, this is very segmented. Everyone does their own thing and keeps it apart.
Very well. I'm just gonna walk away from him.
Okay.
I had to do it. You understand, don't you?
I said very well.
What are you going to do with Ugash?
I walk away from him.
Okay. Brina, what are you doing? You are invisible in the hallway. And you watch as just Captain Broadsides just kind of like pushes his hand through his hair and sinks down on the wall and just sits.
If he's not doing anything, I'm gonna follow wherever Lawrence and Paul goes.
Okay. Where are you two headed? Back to the room?
I have not left. I'm standing in front of.
Oh,
Captain
okay.
Broadsides, yeah.
Sorry, you were just backing away but not
Yeah,
leaving.
Oh,
yeah,
okay,
kind of
so
like
then-
giving him space because I was
Sure.
up in his face.
Got it. Okay.
I'm just gonna lean against the wall and just observe the sadness. I don't know.
Yeah, he just has his head in his hands.
Just gonna give him a minute.
Okay.
I'm actually going to try and go down to the base of the ship and see if I can see where they are.
Okay, so you don't know where the base of the ship is. The furthest point down that you are aware of where it is into the tavern area, but you do not recall having seen other stairs down further.
Okay. Yeah, I guess just like stay here. And
Okay, so
see
you're
what
just
happens.
hovering near Arthas,
Yeah.
invisible. So we'll say that the 11 minutes has passed, and
Mm-hmm.
you have feigned death on Ugash.
Mm-hmm. Very good. So with where we are in the ship, I'm in the first level below the deck.
So you are in. So there's the like wheel area that sits above, and then there's the regular deck of the ship, and the rooms cascade to the back. You were in one of the first rooms.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
so
this
if
is
I were to
Captain
step
Broadside's,
out, I
like,
would
bedroom.
be very adjacent to the deck again.
Yes.
Cool. Well. Oh. Are we still within the original hour time frame of Water Walk?
Yeah.
Okay. So, yeah, I'm just gonna pick up Ugash's body and walk out towards the deck, towards the gangplank.
Okay. Where are you taking him?
I'm gonna walk on water, and I'm gonna take him off to the shore.
Okay.
Okay. So
You
no.
just- yeah, no one is around.
Very good.
Yep, because it's still late at night and people are dealing with other areas of the ship. And Captain Broadsides is down the hall with everybody.
Okay. So I will go back onto the shore and I will lay him down and then I will cast Dispel Magic to dispel my own magic.
Okay.
So this way he is no longer incapacitated.
Okay.
Thank you.
Got off ship. Where home when Ukubo find orcs? Where bring? I'm going to point towards what I know are the mountains, which are the Trihorn Mountains.
Yeah, so he points further
North towards
to
the Fractured
Yeah,
Peak.
towards the Fractured Peak, to the far tip of where the mountains are. It is
Okay.
labeled Fractured Peak on the map.
Correct. Yeah, no, I
Yeah.
okay.
Yeah, it's just far north.
Okay.
Home.
Ukubo, bring orcs home. You have any family missing?
No.
No, just people. Your people?
Tribe mates.
Tribe mates. Okay. Have mark, symbol, something Ukubo could show?
And he points to some of the war paint on his face that appears to be a circle with an X through it.
Okay.
With a line drawn down. So kind of like a lollipop with an X on top of it.
What?
So draw a circle and then
Yeah.
a line down
Yeah.
and an X across the circle.
Across the circle?
Yes.
Okay.
Yep.
I thought you said on top, and I was like, the
Yeah.
X is up here.
As far, on top as far as like
Sure.
physically
Overlaid.
Yes. Yep.
Okay. Okay. Crag hand.
Yes.
Ukubo, bring you crag hands. Be safe.
He's gonna cut off someone's hands.
And he just grunts at you and watches as he just pushes himself off of the ground and begins to walk off.
As he's leaving,
Pull out a gun.
no, in terms of the gear that I had taken from him, I'm going to pause, take him over to the water where I had thrown
Okay.
it in, and
out.
recollect his things with him
Okay.
to give him his shit back. Goodbye, friend.
He grunts and
Very good.
puts back some of his stuff and continues to walk off, kind of limping on his war axe.
Okay. And I will go back, water walking across the water, back towards the ship,
Okay.
and rejoin the boat.
Okay. So, Curiel, what are you doing? Did you polymorph? What had you done?
No, I didn't.
Okay. So where are you?
I probably walked over to where we left Ukubo and Brina, found neither of them there, and then just probably walked onto the deck
Okay.
of the ship.
Okay, so we'll say when Ukubo had been doing this, just for clarity's sake, with timelines, that you had just been kind of staring off of the alternate side of the ship, just kind of looking at the landscape in the reflect off the moonlight. Hollum, where are you headed since you are leaving the other two?
Gonna go back to my room.
Okay, sure. Yeah, you walk back to your room, and are you going into I assume, try to deep sleep? Cool.
So after I've given Captain Broadsides a minute, I'm gonna kind of just pat him on his head and walk towards where Hollum went.
Okay, sure. So you walk in the direction where you see Hollum enter the door. Brina, are you following behind him, or are you staying with Captain Broadsides?
I'll follow Arthas.
Okay. Can you, Hollum, hear a knock at your door, or are you just opening
Should I
it?
roll perception?
What are you trying
Because
to...
I'm assuming I'm walking past where you're standing.
No,
I'm not?
you're walking and I'm behind you. Unless you're talking about, like, as you're leaving.
Yeah,
Yeah,
he
as
would
I'm-
be
as I'm
walking
leaving.
back down the hallway, yeah. So you see if you rush up against her. You make a stealth check, and you stealth against his perception roll.
Perception.
Even though you're
bad.
invisible, just to try to... It's not that wide of a hallway, so...
Oh, why is it negative?
What you got?
15.
Oh, fuck, I got an 8.
Okay, so you obviously don't see anything, but you feel something brush against your side for a moment.
I
Completely
know.
quiet.
Yeah.
I know.
Yeah, you know.
I flick where I think her hat would be.
Okay, and you just feel a little bit of cloth.
And I keep walking.
Okay,
I follow behind at, like, a slight distance.
okay. And
So
you're
I'll
gonna
knock
knock
on-
on the door. Hollum, you hear a knock at your door.
I'm not gonna answer it.
Okay,
That's an
I'm
option.
I'm gonna go to open it.
is it locked?
It's locked.
You
Gonna-
trying to
you're
break
gonna-
I'm
it?
gonna kick it in.
Okay, strength
I
check.
thought you were gonna rogue it for a second.
Oh no! Oh, it's a 1!
Okay, you go to kick the door, and it bounces in, and your body slams against the back wall.
I totally
And
giggle a little
it
bit.
hurts a little bit.
Great.
Are you even
hear,
trying
you
to-
hear some giggles. And you hear a very loud kick at your, very clearly a kick at your door. And you hear metal boots, and you're, oh.
Does it sound like Arthur?
Yep. Oh, brother.
Open up, partner!
You hear Arthur's voice through the door.
No, I'm definitely not.
Okay.
Don't make me pull out my sword!
Not answering the door.
Alright, I'll attack the door.
Okay, make an attack roll.
16 plus 8, so 24.
Yeah, you cut a
Just-
hole. You cut a hole into the door, and you see Arthur's face through your door.
And then I'm just gonna punch the one side and make a hole.
Okay.
Is this like what's that movie?
The
I
Shining.
assume
Shining.
you're
Years,
going to
Johnny.
reach in and open the door.
No, now there's a hole in the door.
Okay.
So I can
Yeah.
see him.
You just see Hollum, I'm assuming, laying on your bed, hands behind your head, looking up at the ceiling, eyes closed.
It's not.
You're not now I'm gonna open the door.
Okay, so you reach in, open the door, and step
door.
inside.
Yep.
And you can very much hear that Arthas is definitely in your room at this point.
I like sneak in.
Continue.
As he's walking in.
Hollum. And I'm gonna close the door as if we now have privacy,
As if
even
the
though
door can close.
I clearly put a hole in it and anybody could hear us. Hollum. Hollum. I'm gonna start shaking Hollum. You don't get to show people my green mark and not explain.
Did you want the information?
Yes,
You have the information.
I don't have the information. What the hell is the chamber?
You have the same amount of information that I have.
What do you mean?
I mean, you have the same.
I don't understand. What is that group? What is this mark? I'll shake you again. I start shaking you. I know you know more.
If you don't know more, maybe you're not supposed to know more.
Now I'm gonna poke at the amulet on your chest. What's this? Is it from the chamber?
Does he hear any voices?
Hey!
Don't do that!
Knock it off.
No, you don't hear anything. You just hear more whispers and shadowy figures appear in your vision.
As I'm touching it?
Just in general.
Oh, okay.
This is constant.
What is it?
It's a stone on a chain.
Ukubo will say that you are back on the ship, and you see Curiel standing, looking over off into the distance away from you.
Okay, so she would be looking east.
Correct.
Okay. As I'm approaching, before I do so, I'm gonna look at my totem because it's back.
Mm-hmm.
Hello.
Hello, Ukubo.
Oogash. Craghand.
You hear nothing.
Oogash.
You hear nothing.
Tribe.
I mean, tribe.
Good.
It's a word.
Draconic.
Draconic.
Hello, Draconic.
Hello, Ukubo.
Not what I said. Hello.
Hello, Ukubo.
Oogash.
You hear nothing.
Broadsides.
You hear nothing.
Fractured Peak.
Fractured Peak.
I don't know it because he
Okay.
didn't actually
Sure,
tell me
fair.
that it's the name.
Fair. That's true, and you can't read the map, so.
That's what I'm saying.
Oh yeah, I
I'm
guess
just
so.
gonna
you
walk
just,
up.
Yeah, you just hear
Yeah, I'm just gonna walk over to her and just like kind of wave.
Where did the orc go?
Orc? Orc.
Yes.
Orc gone. Go
Gone.
home now.
You
Orc go home.
just let him go.
Uh-huh. Said Mrs. Home. Ukubo know what that like.
He attacked our ship.
Uh-huh. Ukubo beat him. Now go by.
All right. I guess don't tell anyone else that you did that.
Why?
It may not go over well.
Why?
You don't usually let those who attack you just walk away.
Mercy. Ukubo had a club of that once. Ukubo knows that.
Very true.
Ukubo learning mercy. To Oogash. Craghand. Mountain.
Mountain.
Uh-huh. Live in mountain. North. in terms of size and definition compared to the Trihorn Mountains, the Fractured Peak is definitively smaller.
Yes, so from... I guess you wouldn't know exactly what the Fractured Peak is. It is a subset area of the Trihorn Mountains. It still is part of the Trihorn Mountains, but it is an area that is known as the Fractured Peak. Okay. Yeah. The whole thing is the Trihorn Mountains, and then that is a subset.
Okay, because on the map I didn't know that those were connected.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, it's just a smaller mountainous range that's counted as part of it and doesn't have its own name.
Okay.
Yep.
That way. Point north, because I don't know the word north.
Do I know where he's pointing?
Yeah, I mean, you've seen Fractured Peak on the map, and you know that he is pointing towards the top point of the mountain.
The Fractured Peak?
Huh?
That's what it's...
Peak?
Oh, boy. Yes, the peak is the top of
the peak.
Mountain.
Top?
Yes.
Mountain.
Yes.
Peak top mountain.
I don't understand why you just keep trying to explain things.
Okay.
You have infinite patience.
Peak top mountain.
I don't know if that's true.
Oogash. Home now. Ukubo said, find Craghan tribe. Take home.
We're gonna take more people home.
Uh-huh. It's what we're doing with children.
Yes, that's what we've been doing for...
Ukubo not understand
what is it,
difference.
like months now? Several months?
A month?
A month?
Yeah, it's been about a month.
Pretty much same thing.
Yeah.
Children need go Norbury and now Wolfpine and Ternsby. Orcs need go Top Peak Mountain.
What about the orcs that...
Topeka, Kansas.
That is where you're going. This is the Wizard of Oz. Yep. You figured it out.
Not in everyone. Kansas anymore.
Pay no attention to the man behind the curtain.
The man in the casket.
Whatever I was about to say is gone.
Got to go home.
Well, hopefully that doesn't come back to bite us.
Bite?
Yes.
Why orc bite? Oogash, nice.
Maybe. Might be nice.
Uh-huh. Could be nicer.
Could be not nice.
Uh-huh. And then we beat up again. Say bad Oogash.
Maybe just us versus him. That's easy. But if he brings more orcs to attack, then it's a little bit harder.
Uh-huh. We'll beat those up too.
What is happening?
They're shifting.
Beat up all orcs. Show right way.
What about the orcs that we fought in the
Black Rock Cave?
Black Rock
Cavern?
Cavern? Yeah.
Uh-huh. Ukubo did not have Club of Mercy yet, not know what mercy is. Learning.
Or we didn't fight them, we ran. They just came in and took over, right?
Well, yeah, the ones that we just witnessed going
Yeah.
in, yes. And then she and I checked again, and they were not there
They
anymore.
weren't there anymore.
Correct.
Mm-hmm.
So as you two are chatting, we will cut back to Hallam, Arthas, and invisible Brina that Arthas assumes is there.
So, on the questions I asked him earlier, I'll roll insight just so.
Okay.
Oh boy. 14. Are you rolling deception?
I'm rolling deception?
Are you
deceive
trying
him?
to lie to him about anything?
Yeah, because I'm asking you what the chamber is.
Not telling him things.
Sure.
Said he...
That's true. He
if
hasn't lied.
If he
said
doesn't
no, he
know,
said-
then he's probably not supposed to know.
No, he said you know as much as I know.
Which is, you know what you're supposed to know.
Yeah. I mean, that's technically not a lie.
So you don't know any more information than I know.
I know what I'm supposed to know.
Yeah, so he's saying, like, he clearly knows other things, but based on the rules of whatever this is, the knowledge that
I
you
don't
have...
know anything.
But he is assuming that because you have this eye. He doesn't know that you're not a part of it. So he is telling you that you know the information that you were supposed
No, he's
to know.
definitely a part of it. He
Right.
has an eye.
Correct. So,
Great.
yeah.
Great. So that's it then? I'm supposed to know nothing?
Do you not know anything?
No.
Then perhaps you're supposed to know nothing.
Wonderful. I'll leave you to it, and I'm gonna leave his room and slam the door
Okay.
with the hole in it still.
Yeah, you slam the small piece of the door. Brina, you are still in this room.
I look around to see if there's anything suspicious without touching anything.
What do you got in your room?
Pretty much nothing.
Yeah, I expected. Not really. I mean, you just watch as he leans back and I assume doesn't give a shit about the hole in the door.
No.
And just attempts to go back to sleep.
Okay, if he's gonna sleep, I'm just gonna fall asleep on the floor. Yeah.
Okay.
I mean, I can't get out without opening the door, then he'll know that I was there.
I mean, you could climb through the hole in the door really badly.
Yeah, definitely not stab yourself
Is
on
it-
the splintered wood.
Is it Brina-sized wood?
I mean, it's up higher.
Yeah, it's up
where I
high.
would
It's
be
about the halfway
punching.
point. You could
Also, he's
attempt.
going to know you're there when he wakes up.
Yeah,
and
I
you're
know, I
there.
realized
you can
that.
dex
Not
check and
invisible
try to
anymore.
get through the hole in the door. He
Just
would, like,
sleeping on you.
You're probably gonna have to jump to reach
Or
it.
you could just leave. I don't think he cares.
I don't think. Yeah,
I think
mean
you
that's
just
up to
open
you.
the door and leave, and they'll probably be like, "Oh,
I mean,
Brina
Holland,
was here."
hand behind his head, looking up at the ceiling, and then eyes closed.
Yeah, I just leave.
Okay. Yeah, you hear the door open and shut.
Yeah, it's fine.
Yeah, it doesn't matter.
Perfectly normal.
Yeah.
I'm hearing things already.
Yeah. Hears and sees things already, so not concerned. Yes, you walk out and you watch Arthas start walking back down the hallway.
Is is Captain Broadside still there?
Yeah, he is just off on the ground, just kind of like head in his hands.
I am
Alright.
walking towards him
Okay,
because if Harlem won't tell me,
sure.
the beat to shit captain will.
I follow him there.
Is there anybody else around us that I can see?
No.
Okay.
Uh,
Captain Broadsides,
yes.
I'm gonna kneel down. What is the chamber?
What do you mean, what is the chamber? You have the mark.
Cool.
How do you have the mark and not know what it is?
I'm just gonna shrug.
It's the chamber of all sight.
Do you have one?
And he rolls up his sleeve, and you can see that he has the green tattooed
Is it
mark.
identical? Same spot?
Yep.
Where did you get that?
Got it from Bilbo. In Ramshorn when I joined.
Lovely. Oh.
Real quick, we will cut back to the deck of the ship just because I want to see where you guys want to go. See if you end up joining up with them now that he's asleep.
Mm-hmm. Hello.
I don't really have any plans past this point.
Okay, so I'm assuming
Also
are you
two
then
captains.
walking towards the room, towards your room in which you would see Arthas and Captain Broadsides down the end of the hallway.
Yeah, because it's still late and we didn't get a full night's sleep, so I
Correct.
guess I'm gonna go to bed.
Okay, so as you're walking, you see Arthas kneeling down in front of Captain Broadsides. Zukubo, you see this as well, assuming you are going...
No, I was
Okay.
going to sit on the dock, sit on the edge
the-
of the boat, like legs between the railings of the
sure.
deck, and just kind of look towards the Trihorn Mountains.
Okay, sure. You going to bed or you joining Arthas?
I'll cast Polymorph now.
Okay.
And I'm going to walk up to them.
What are you polymorphing into?
A cat.
Okay.
Like fluffy, like ship cat.
Okay, sure. Fluffy ship cat.
Yeah.
What color's the cat? Very important.
Doesn't matter.
What?
What color?
I guess since I'm a silver dragonborn, it'll be like a silver tabby.
Okay. Sure.
Kind of Smaug colored.
Okay, sure.
Yeah.
Yeah, so you walk
Smaug
through...
is our cat, not the dragon.
Yeah, not the dragon Smaug from Ring of the Lords.
And I'll just walk up and just rub up against Arthas's legs.
Ukubo, are you just sitting and just kind of watching the night?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Is there anything you want to do or just kind of observe?
No, I mean, I'm waiting to see whether or not the ship starts moving.
Okay. Yeah, it isn't currently since Captain.
Yeah, I don't know that,
Sure.
though.
Yeah.
I'm not... I
Yep.
do not understand why the ship is stopped
Sure.
here still.
Yep, I'm just clarifying
Yes.
player to DM to player.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, continue your questioning.
So what do you mean? That he gave it to you?
It's a tattoo. It's the mark that we use to identify each other. That's why it's in an obscure place that no one will really see or question. Not too frequently people look at the inside of your arm.
So where did I get it?
I don't know. I don't have that information. It could have been from anyone, but somebody would have had to have given it to you.
I will do a history check.
Okay.
From when you touched Bilbo.
Natural 20.
Despite the natural 20, you have no recollection of this, and you are 100% certain that before arriving in Navalon, it was not on your body.
Okay.
Because you had been like putting on your armor and things, and you are certain that there was nothing there up until it was pointed out by Hallam. You don't know at what point it appeared in Navalon.
I would assume when Hallam touched me.
I would assume that
would
will be
the-
your assumption.
Yeah, that would
but
be
you
it.
do not recall it being there until it was pointed out to you, and you are certain before arriving in Navalon that it was not there.
Would he, with a natural 20, also recall that it was there when the sleeve went past it?
Yes, but this was before he touched the area on your arm.
Right, but he grabbed my arm. So
Sure, it could have, if it's something where it, suctions into your arm and appears.
So-
If you would like to assume that,
What?
that's fine.
yeah, I mean that would be that would
yeah,
be
whatever
the
Arthas
only
would
rational
think.
explanation.
Sure.
That's the rational.
Rational.
Yeah.
I mean,
Suction.
what? No, not sucked. Not what he said. Just that some sort of magic.
Yeah, some sort of magical
I'm
mark.
cursed.
You are cursed.
No,
He's cursed.
It is true, yes.
So who? You don't know who would have given this to me?
Or another member, I assume. But it's just a marking. It's a tattoo. It doesn't do anything. It's just an identifying mark that we use to identify other members of the Chamber of Allsight.
What is Allsight?
It's just what it's called. It's what Bilbo told me. It's the chamber, the collective of people that is being put together to preserve and protect the future of Settandor. I've made a lot of mistakes in my life and got a lot of good men killed, and this is my chance to do something that is good.
Does it mirror the what do they call it? The something of the scale?
Syndicate of the Scale? No, it
Syndicate
looks
of the
nothing
Scale.
like that marking.
It's but the ideals sound similar. Maybe.
He hasn't given you any concept of like ideals. It's just more
Right,
of
but
a,
he's someone who said he did a lot of wrong things and now he's trying to make it right.
sure.
So some sort of balance.
Kind of. You might make that assumption. It's you don't think that there's any link between the two, but you could make that assumption. Yeah, sure.
Oh, all right. Well, if you don't know, then I have no idea.
I'd better get the ship moving. We gotta get there by morning to Wolfpine. People will be concerned if we're not.
I'll help him out.
Okay. You help him up, and you see this cat and nothing.
I'm gonna pick the cat up,
Okay.
put it on my shoulder,
All right.
and then walk to the room.
Okay. You go to the room. Brina, you invisible following to the room.
I follow at a distance.
Okay. Start grabbing at his cloak. Yeah, you follow back to the room. You walk in.
And I
Wait.
shut the door as fast as possible. Yup, I do. I know you're there because I brushed up against you already.
That's fine. I go uninvisible
Okay.
and I open the door.
Okay. So you just see Arthas just
I'm
standing
just
there.
looking. I'm just looking at the door. I turn and look at the door.
I'm uninvisible.
I know.
Hey guys.
Meow.
Oh yeah, I don't know what to do. Hey,
I found
Arthas.
a cat.
Oh, pretty. And I take out Nisha and I pet you and I pet Nisha.
Yeah, Nisha rubs herself against your hand and just looks at the cat and just hisses.
That's fine.
Just pull my ears back.
Hey.
Stay on Arthas's shoulder.
Keep that away.
That?
Yeah.
I was trying to have her make friends.
She just hissed.
It's not her fault she doesn't like the other cat that you brought in.
I'm gonna walk towards the beds.
Sure.
Put the cat on the bed.
Sure.
I walk over to my orc body.
Oh
Okay.
my god, that's great!
So we'll resolve that in a moment. We'll let that simmer for a second as the vision of Ranadin skinning orcs.
Because I closed the door and immediately turned, so I didn't even look.
Didn't even look. So we will cut to Ukubo. You hear the footsteps of Captain Broadside's walk back onto the deck.
Okay. So yeah, turn around. Just wave at him.
He just nods and climbs up his ladder and begins the process of starting the ship and
Okay.
making it go.
Yep. While I'm sitting here, I will begin ritual casting Find Familiar.
Okay, sure.
It takes an hour.
Okay,
so.
sure. Yeah, so you will say that we'll do things a little bit differently time-wise then, I guess, since it doesn't really make a difference because you'll be there for an hour anyway, so I'll resolve that before I resolve them.
I mean, you can resolve them. It's fine.
No, I want to give everybody equal playtime because they're
Totally okay, because I'm waiting for things.
Sure. Okay. Yeah, so you see Ranadin just sitting in a pile of meat and skin. Hey!
Is he like covered in blood and everything?
Oh, yeah.
Did he finish skinning them?
Yeah, he's almost done. He's just finishing up.
Where's the pile of meat?
Just like next to him. It's like shucking corn thrown in a pile, putting bones on the other side.
Shucking orc.
Yeah, shucking orcs.
So the room smells rancid.
Oh, yeah, bad. Yep, very bad.
So I turn, I see this.
I'm
I'm now going to leave the room.
I'm
And
all
I'm taking-
I'm
I'm taking. No, you're not. The cat is with me on my shoulder,
very
leaving the room.
fluffy.
Yeah, very fluffy.
All poofed out.
Nope. Open the door. Go out to the hallway. Close the door.
Okay.
I start looking for a vacant room.
Yeah, you find one. There are several. You walk in and just lay down on the bed, I guess.
Yup. Put the cat on the side of the bed and then just lie down.
Okay.
Just attempting to get the stench out of my nose. I'm gonna prestidigitation and clean my face and nose,
Okay.
just to not smell it.
You're kneading the blankets. Okay. Yeah, you were in the room with Ranadin and Belfier's asleep. Aelred's asleep.
Oh, thank you. You can keep all that meat if you'd like.
No, I don't really want it. I don't know what I would do with it. I might keep some of the skin, make
That's
a hat.
fine. And I flip him over 2 gold.
Okay. Oh, thank you. And he catches it, and then you like turn for a second, and he says, "Brina,"
Yes.
and you turn back, and you see just, "Whoa!" and he's got an orc face over his head.
I hug him.
Oh, it didn't scare you?
You do know you're the best, right?
Yeah, I do.
I pat him on his skinned orc
Meathead.
head,
Sure.
and I just gather up my bones and put them next to the bed.
Okay.
Let them, like, breathe.
Do you have like a bag or some cloth or something?
No, but I'm sure you can take a tablecloth from the tavern.
Oh, yeah, okay. And he runs out of the room, and several minutes go by, and he comes back, and you just see him like humming and bundling all of this meat into the tablecloth.
I fall asleep to it because I'm
Okay.
so happy.
And he just throws the sack over his back like Santa and walks out of the room with a sack of meat. So everybody else is asleep. Ukubo, you are on the deck of the ship. Some time goes by, and you see Ranadin walk out with a sack. And he just tosses it to the edge of the ship and just dumps, and you just hear splashes in the water. Orc
Well, the
meat.
sign 10 out of 10.
Uh-huh.
Yeah. He still has the orc mask.
Uh-huh.
He just pulls it. It's me,
Ooh.
Ranadin.
Ukubo like disguise.
Thank you.
Orc.
Ooh.
Orc.
Orc.
Yes.
Oh my god. Does everyone think that's what orcs sound like?
They do now.
Is that just like the common, like in Arrested Development, how everyone has a different noise for a chicken?
Doing okay?
Uh-huh. Making bet.
And he just sits cross-legged
Okay.
and just stares at you with his orc meat face.
Let's get my bat. Very good.
Mm-hmm.
Also, you may have your Nisha.
Oh, thanks.
There you go. Yeah, the hour passes. He's
Just sitting here watching me as I cast the spell.
Yep.
Is Captain Broadside still up in the area of the wheel?
Yeah, he's just driving the ship.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
And you see...
Brandon's staying with me.
Yeah, he's just sitting, hand on his orc meat.
Very good. That's a good sentence.
Mm-hmm.
Bat. What's its name?
Ipico.
He just goes to, like, pet it.
Okay.
Just pats it on the head.
I mean, it's like a spiritual
Yeah, I
thing.
know.
Like
Just-
it would.
Yeah, it would go through it.
It's not. It has form,
I mean,
doesn't it? It's like a fake creature.
so it the way in terms of like, you would be able to feel that it's a spiritual thing, but like, as far as I would understand, it's not like you're going through it.
Yeah.
But like when you feel
Yeah.
it, he feels that like this is a spiritual
Correct, yeah.
body. Okay.
Yeah.
You have bat?
I don't have a bat.
Oh.
Just this meat.
Oh.
Brina's got a bunch of bones now.
That's good. She like bones.
Yeah, I threw all the orc meat in the river. Maybe the
Okay.
sharks will eat it. That might make them taste worse, though. I don't know if that's good or bad.
Probably bad.
Yeah,
Okay.
they weren't edible anyway.
No. You go bed? Nighttime. You have pajamas?
Yeah, I have pajamas.
Okay.
You coming?
Yeah, Ukubo be down in minute.
Okay.
Want to have Ipico fly.
Okay.
And he gets up and walks back towards the room.
Mm-hmm. So, for Ipico's blind sense in the area, in terms of where she would fly, over the crests of the water,
Okay.
I would like to utilize her vision and see whether or not, as I'm flying, I will not sense dead things.
Sure.
Is there anything living right below the water that is not like fish or other creatures of that sort?
Sure. Would you be able to see... Because I don't know if you'd be able to see, like, through the boat. It's not like X-ray vision, correct? Or
No. I'm not saying through the boat. I'm saying the waters around where we are,
Sure.
as though any of the orcs that
Okay.
might have fallen off are alive.
Got it. Okay. No, there's nothing. Yeah, you see
Okay.
there are sharks swimming around.
Okay.
You can tell back behind the boat there's kind of a swarm of them that are eating the meat
Okay.
that Ranadin dumped off. Yeah, there's some fish and things, but no, there are no live orcs like
Okay.
hanging onto the boat. Good check.
That's all I wanted to
Yes,
do.
yeah, no one's like hanging onto the ship to
Okay.
get back on.
So then, yeah, I'll take Ipico and we'll go downstairs into the room.
Okay. So you get back up and you walk into the room. You see all your friends asleep. It doesn't smell wonderful because there's, still the stench of death and orc meat in the room. Brina is like smiling in her sleep, pretty much just cuddling with Nisha. You do not see Curiel there. You climb onto the bed and go to sleep.
Yep.
Okay.
Yay, long rest.
Long rest time for everybody.
Thank God.
You guys wake up the next morning pretty late because you are taking a long rest. So we'll say it's about noon by the time you get up. And you are woken by the sound of the ship bell lightly dinging. Not loudly as if you're being attacked, lightly as if you have arrived in port at Wolfpine.
As soon as I wake up, reanimate my skeletons.
Okay, sure. So you wake up and you see that Arthas and Kirill are not there, but you see Ukubo kind of gently stirring from sleep, and Ranadin sitting there with his orc mask over his face, and Aelwood
Perfect.
sits up and just stretches.
I also make sure that they have their clothes on. So this way they look a little more normal.
Okay. Yeah, they've got
The
their,
clothes are just gonna hang off.
Their
of
giant
their
orc
body.
bones.
I'm just picturing
No,
like,
reanimating my other 4 ones, so they're just regular.
Oh.
Yeah,
I'm
she has to
picturing-
re-exert control.
I'm picturing skeletons on a cruise ship with like Hawaiian shirts on and
Yes.
hats and like sunglasses, the big like
God.
pink
I'm
sunglasses.
gonna have to draw
Literally,
that, aren't
that's
I?
Yeah,
what
please
they're
draw it, 'cause that
wearing.
is what I'm picturing.
There's 4 of them, by the way.
Very good. Arthas, you wake up in the couple rooms down, and how long does polymorph last?
An hour.
Okay, so
Oh, God.
you see Curiel asleep next to you. You're just staring.
Just like
Uh,
curled
you
off at
also
the
wake
bottom
up
of
in
the
your
bed.
Anything?
No, nothing's different. The hole's still in the door.
Do I hear anything while I'm asleep?
No, you hear people like
Nothing
moving
out of-
about the
out of
ship.
normal. I hear more than I would normally because
Yeah,
of the door.
because of the door. Correct. Yep.
Yeah, I just scream when I wake up because
Okay.
Curiel's curl up the. What the hell?
What?
And I'm just gonna push you, like, start to push you off. What are you doing?
I'm probably pretty close to the edge
Where'd
of the bed.
Silver
Yeah.
go? Where's my cat?
That was me. I point to like the markings on like my scales.
Thought I found a cat. And I just get up and leave the room
Sorry.
sad.
I had
No,
to.
it's not fun to mess with people like that.
I wasn't messing with you. I had to. Wasn't allowed to hear whatever conversation you were having. So.
Oh, so you were being nosy.
Of course.
And I leave the room.
Okay.
Stretch.
All right. Yeah, you guys walk out into the hallway. Harlem, are you leaving your room as well?
Leisurely.
Okay. Yeah, you see your friends down the hallway. Brina, Ukubo, what are you guys doing?
I was fixing my spells for the day, but I guess I'll get out of my pajamas
Okay.
and get back into my normal things.
Okay.
I make
And,
sure my skeletons are all spiffy.
Yeah, they look good. Looking good.
I 100% want Ipiko to sit on the shoulder of one of your wonderful skeletal men.
100%.
Very good. Ah. Nice friends.
Thanks, Ukubo. They can be your friends too.
Hello.
Say hello to Ukubo.
rattle.
Skeleton.
Yeah. Skeleton.
Ukubo could be skeleton.
Oh.
Yeah.
Skeleton.
Yeah.
Can you imagine if Ukubo was actually a skeleton, how much worse and more horror-filled this campaign
Hello.
would be?
Well, anytime he like did the
Uh-huh.
thing, it would just be like rattling sounds.
Yeah, that would show up as just rattling sounds.
I think that. No.
Brina want to get
We wouldn't have made it this far.
food.
Food sounds good.
Okay. The ding.
Means we should be where we want to be.
Boat.
Wolfpine, right? Are we like?
Yeah, and you see Rannon just like sit up between you. Think we're here.
Between us? Was
Yeah, he just like pokes his head between
Oh, okay.
Still wearing the mask.
What?
you. Yeah. Oh yeah.
Oh.
How does that do that?
I don't know. It keeps
It's weird.
happening. I think the resin dice are sticky.
I
You
got so
didn't knock them
distracted.
both
Sorry.
out. I didn't realize they were stuck.
Think we're here.
Uh-huh.
And you see Belfier stretching. Oh, what a night.
Uh-huh.
I go, Melody! And then I tell my skeletons to follow me.
Okay.
And I
Melody.
run off the boat.
Okay. You run outside and you run into your friends leaving the room, and you see Brina leaving with 4 skeletons.
Dressed as people.
I know what they are.
Yep.
As long as you don't kill them, I don't give a shit.
Yeah, so I mean, I'll follow after her.
Okay.
She yelled Melody.
Yep. And Aelred and Belfier and Ranadin also step off of the ship with you.
Yep,
I guess I'm
I'll
following
stick with
as well.
Belfer,
Okay.
and I'll tell Ranadin to stay with us.
Yeah. All right. Well, I'll find Scruffy.
You know where to go?
I don't know where he is.
Did you
Could
say
be
the
anywhere.
book kid's with us too, whose name I can never remember?
Aelred.
Oh,
Yeah,
okay.
he's with you.
Book kid.
Book boy.
Book kid 1.
Yeah, Book Kid 1. Book Kid 2. So you see in front of you as you leave the ship a small town ahead of you. There's no large buildings. They're all pretty small. They are crafted by wood, and you can see that a lot of the exterior walls of these small collection of buildings are stained gray. They not completely. There are just markings of what looks to be like smoke has kind of stained the edges of the of some of the wood on the outer parts of the buildings. Most of them have chimneys. You can see some smoke kind of drifting through the air. And yeah, there are several buildings in front of you in the distance. You can see in the distance you can see the sea and the edges. This is a coastal town, and behind you you see the very edges of the mountains off in the distance. You see a large forest further off in the distance as well, and you see that people are kind of flowing off of the ship.
Belfort, do you know where to go?
Yeah, he could be a lot of places. I'm not entirely sure where he is, but I'm sure we'll find him if we walk around. Is there anywhere that any of you need to go?
We have to drop off the children with their families.
And Elwood just looks up. I can get myself home. If you like.
I mean, I'd rather make sure you got there safely. We've traveled all this way.
Okay. He grabs his book and starts walking off towards a collection of houses.
Does he seem excited? Or just like, all right, we're back.
Okay, so we're back. This is good. Gotta go read.
Melody!
Do you know where the Nimble Toad Inn is?
Who are you asking?
Whoever asked us where we need to go.
Belfier?
Belfer. He's been with us the whole time.
Yeah.
Yes.
Did
he know?
No, I've not been here before.
You said he'd be at the wood shop, or
One of the wood shops or one of the inns or taverns, so he might be there.
Let's
So
start with the wood shops then.
All right, yeah. He might be in the tavern. He does like a drink, and it is the morning, so it's as good a time as any for a dwarf to drink.
Okay, we'll check there first then.
Yeah.
My voice roars out 300 feet, and I take 4 damage and fall down.
Okay.
Does anyone else
Watches
take
Ugobo just
damage?
falls.
No,
What
this
an
was the just
entrance.
me effect.
Okay.
Yeah, I yell out Melody.
Okay. You watch as Aelred walks off. Are you following him, or are you just kind of watching him?
No, I'm following him.
Okay. So you follow behind Aelred, and he walks up to a small, modest little cottage with like a stone wall, and there's a little garden out front. And he knocks on the door, and you see it open, and you see 2. I don't even remember what race Aelred was. I think he was a human.
He was a human.
Pretty sure.
I think he was.
So you see 2 older humans that just kind of like step back and hug him and grab him and just pull him inside and begin to close the door. They look to be very bookish.
Glasses, probably.
Yeah,
I
both
thought you
classes.
meant covered in books.
Covered in books. Well, you can see inside through the door.
They're
There are
bookkeeping.
piles of books.
Race.
They're
They're
just
made.
piles.
Their
That's why
skin
he's
is
a
paper.
human, he's a
Yeah,
book.
their skin is paper.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, they have glass bones, paper skin.
Yeah, there it is.
Break them every morning.
Oh my god. The Bob
So-
Sponge was such an underrated show.
It really was. Yeah, so you see him walk into this small little cottage. He looks happy to be home.
What book? Was that my book that he had?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yes, it was.
So I'm just like, oh. I'm not getting that back. I guess I'll turn to leave.
Okay.
Yeah, so we're in the town now, right?
Yeah.
I walk up to a random townsperson.
And you see this is a half orc.
Do you happen to know where the Nimble Toad Inn is?
Yeah.
He points over to a building that looks to be a little bit not away from the town, but more towards the sea, on top of a little hill.
Okay. Thank you, sir.
You're welcome.
And I don't even pay attention to anyone else. I just walk over.
Okay.
My skeleton's behind me.
Okay. Curiel, you see your friends and join up with their collective group.
Yep.
So you walk towards this building. You see a 2-story, half stone, half timber building. So you can see that the bottom floor appears to be mostly stone. There are some smaller stones that are kind of like cemented in place, similar to the walls that we have here. There are also some larger boulders that take up some larger portions. There are large wooden pillars that hold up a large kind of veranda porch area that wraps around the upper floor, and the upper half is wood with a bark and thatch roof. It appears to be pretty well kept. You can also see the outside is kind of covered with vines and ivy that are climbing up the side of the building. And
Speaking to my...
yeah. So you walk
My
up to this building, and I'm assuming you are immediately walking in.
Yes.
Okay. So you walk inside, and you see a not bright, but not dimly lit, kind of a very I don't know, like a friendly, warm feeling you get from the lights. It's not too bright.
Fireplace.
It's not too bright that it's kind of like offensive to your eyes, but you can see it's very nice in there. Yeah, you have your eyes are a crime.
What? What do you mean they're a crime?
Okay.
They are cursed.
What's this place called? The
Nimble-toed
Inn. You see that the walls are there are some lanterns that are hanging on it. There is a central staircase that ascends upward with an ornately carved banister. And you can see there are a collection of rooms. You just see the wood closed doors that are numbered on the bottom floor, and you can hear some people upstairs, up these stairs.
Okay, do I see her anywhere?
Not on this floor.
Okay, I go up to the barkeep.
Sure.
do
So there is no. This bottom floor is the room portion of the inn. So there is no one on this floor. There are just rooms.
Okay.
So you can hear voices and things up the stairs.
Okay, so I just go up the stairs.
Yeah. So you guys walk up this lovely like hand carved banister into the bar area. You come
Does
up.
it have any resemblance to the place in...
Mirrorfield?
No.
In terms of the one carved into a tree?
No, the
The ale house.
The ale house, yeah.
Similar, not the same, but similar in terms of the craftsmanship that's gone into it. It's very nice. So you walk up and you enter through the center of the floor, and you can see that there are several tables around in the back portion against two windows on the side. There is a large bar top that has several animals carved into it. There are candles that are floating in the air above you, a la Potter Harry, floating in the sky, lighting up the room. There are some lanterns hanging on the walls.
When I poke it, I need to know.
It just kind of spins and floats slightly in the air.
Does it move?
No, it doesn't move around. It just
But it
kind of
spins?
like it just spins in place.
Very cool.
Very anti-gravity-esque. You can see that there are some wooden doors that look to be sliding. You can see some that are like partially open into some private rooms where people are sitting and chatting. And behind the bar, you see the familiar figure of Melody.
I run up to her, and I immediately go behind the bar and hug her.
Okay, so you run around the side of the bar, and you watch as she's just moving some things around. We'll say, first standard, cleaning a mug, have to do it every single bar and tavern.
What race is she?
Yeah.
She is a gnome.
Like me.
So you run around the bar, and you run up to her, and you immediately just wrap your arms around her, and she turns around. Brina! And she, hugs you very, very deeply.
Where have you been? Why did you leave?
It's quite a long story, my dear. Would you and... Are those your friends that you discussed?
I thought she was pointing to the skeletons. That
Yes,
you'd say
those
yes
are my
to.
friends. They're my best friends.
It's not remotely creepy that there's 4 skeletons and 4 of us.
I totally didn't do
Replacements.
that.
Technically,
I don't
I
make
think
eye contact when she looks at me and I shift.
there's 6
Okay.
of us.
I
Because
just
Belfier
beam
and
her.
Yeah.
Are they with us?
are Belfier and Ranadin with us?
Aggressive
Yeah,
eyes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'll turn on the high beams. I'll do it.
Would you like some
Aggressively stare
food?
at her.
Perhaps. I'm sure you've had quite the journey to get here.
Yes, that'd be fantastic, actually.
Of course.
Come with me. And she walks out from behind the bar and walks up to one of the private rooms and slides the sliding door open, and you see that the bottom it's this room. It's this one. So you walk
Fantastic.
inside and you see a half stone wall and a exactly what you see in this room. There's a large central table with
Mm-hmm.
chairs around it, and we're going real meta with this one.
We arrange ourselves exactly like this.
Yes, exactly. Yeah,
Microphones prepared. and
Yeah,
everything.
microphones are here, and
Are
welcome to
you
Tales of
Melody?
Settandor.
We slide the table up to the bar.
Yeah, you drag it out. Yeah, we gotta get this out of here. I don't know why, but we do. So you have you all walk inside, and you watch as the skeletons just kind of walk to the back of the table and just stand there because they don't know what to do.
That's fine.
So they stand at the edge of the table. If you'd like to all have a seat, I'll bring you some food, and then we can.
Are there enough seats for the skeletons?
Yes.
I tell them to sit down.
Okay, so at the
Is it like
back
a
half of the
bench?
table, they just all sit down on a bench.
Yes.
Put their hands on the table
I am
and just do
sure to
nothing.
sit as far away from the
Yeah,
skeletons
so you
as
go to one of the
possible.
far corners, and the skeletons just sit like this and just look with their skull faces forward.
Lovely.
Yep, and Ranadin's got the orc mask back.
Why does he
so
still have that?
It's not on. He's got it like it's still on, but it's like back on his head, so you can see that it's his
We
face,
should
but you
drop
can
this
see
kid
the
off
orc
before
skin.
we came here.
Take that off.
Why?
Take it off.
It's cool.
We're about to eat.
Yeah, so is it.
How much
And he pulls it
blood?
down.
How much blood is on his face from wearing this freshly skinned orc mask?
Not a lot. You can tell that he actually cleaned this and put a lot of care into like cutting around the base of the neck to get it in one full piece, and then
Please.
like washed it out.
Please tell me that he's going to eat through the mask.
I already see
Yeah,
where
the
this is
mouth
going
is-
to go.
yeah.
He's going to steal shit and people are going to think it's a goblin.
How eerie is it to see a human mouth on the other side of an orc face?
It's pretty fucking scary. You
Technically,
just
it's a
see,
dwarf now.
yeah,
it's
you
a
just
dwarf, 'cause he's got a
dwarf
beard.
mouth.
Yeah, you see a
Even
beard
better.
sticking out from
beard
behind the
under.
lips. As he pulls it down and talks, you just see facial hair just like puffing out of the lips of this thing, and you just see his eyes kind of like sitting behind the eye
Fantastic.
slots of where this this orc face is. I'll be right back with some food. Is there anything anyone wants in particular?
I have a question for you. Might
Yes.
you know of a dwarf? I don't remember his name.
Magdar.
Magdar. He should be in a wood shop. He should work in a wood shop here. Heard he drinks a lot.
Yes, he works at not at a at a wood shop. He works for Alman, the potter in town.
Almond?
No, well, Alman without the D. So yeah,
Almond the what?
the potter. He makes pots. There was also not a Potter Harry reference. It's just an extreme coincidence that I just brought it up.
The Potter.
Might call him Almond Potter.
Yeah. He works at Alman's Pottery. He's usually in the mornings. I saw him today, so I would assume he's gone off to work then.
Okay, thank you.
You're welcome. Does anyone want any food in particular?
Anything should be fine, thank you.
Okay. All right.
Do not serve this man bacon.
No, I didn't say it. I mouthed it.
Yeah.
Fine, whatever.
For you.
Anything without meat, preferably.
Okay. Sir.
Anything with meat, preferably.
Okay. Sir.
Hello?
Hello.
Food?
Okay. Do you want something sweet or some meat, perhaps? Some eggs?
Uh-huh.
Okay.
No pork for him.
Oh, all right.
No pig.
Okay.
Pig friend.
Okay. Sure. All right. I'll be
Goodbye.
right back. And she runs out of the room. You guys are alone in this room to talk for a moment if you'd like while she prepares the food. Thank you very much for the follow. Welcome to the Wanderer's Hideaway.
What does she look like?
Kelsey, if you would like to describe.
I do not remember.
Okay.
So she is a short gnomish woman with wavy brown hair and brown eyes.
Okay.
Is she older or?
No, she's like 40s. Let me make sure the eye color is correct.
Yeah, and she was wearing a pretty black dress with some leather boots.
Well, that was easy.
And you saw something.
down, one to go.
You saw something on a chain below her, kind of like bouncing around on her neck.
Can I discern the color? Was
no,
it glowing,
you couldn't-
perhaps?
It was not. No, it was not glowing through the shirt.
Can I see the crook of her arm with what she's wearing?
Yeah, she has her sleeves rolled up. She does not have any markings on her.
If her sleeves weren't rolled up, I was going to roll.
Sorry, she also has green eyes.
Green eyes.
Oh,
Okay.
3'8" gnome woman, wavy brown hair, green eyes, pale skin, and tattoos.
Ooh.
No.
Part of also the reason for why I was considering whether or
Brown
not they were
hair.
together.
Green
Got it.
eyes.
Cool. So some time goes by, and
Sorry, during that time, I would like to cast the spell Clairvoyance.
okay,
So I create an invisible small sensor in an area that I am either familiar with, or if it is unfamiliar to me, it is in an obvious location in terms of like on the other side of the door or
Yep.
something along those lines. And I choose either seeing or hearing. It takes
Okay.
10 minutes to cast, but I would like to create my invisible sensor in the area where I would assume behind the bar was the kitchen.
yes, okay, and this is a visual. You're seeing. You said
Correct. I can switch between seeing and hearing with my action.
Sure. So after 10 minutes, this appears, and you are able to see a small stone kitchen with several wooden shelves on the walls. You can see tons of pots and pans hanging from it. There are vines that kind of wrap and morph through these shelves that have some spoons and things kind of hanging from the vines. And you see the small gnomish figure of Melody running around and flipping some meats and assembling a large tray of food.
Okay. So the vines outside
Yes.
that are on the building, did they look familiar?
They
Maybe someone's tower.
no, they do not look the same as Elrond's tower. They're not the like magical colored flowers similar to that.
But there were also vines.
Yes, correct.
Okay.
I mean, they look like regular vines. There's not this same like tie-dye flora on it
Okay.
that was there. But these have extended into the room that you are in. You can see that there's a ton of plant life and flora kind of all over this room.
Okay.
And some time goes by, and Ukubo, you see this large tray of food be kind of hoisted up onto her arm as she grabs it with the other one and walks back out and kicks the sliding door open to all of you and sets this large tray down in front of you. And if you'd like to enjoy that, I'll have a seat, I guess, and tell you everything that happened.
Yes, please.
I'll take the one that's obviously mine.
Okay. And you guys eat your food. It's very, very, very delicious. I forgot to mention, in there assisting, there was someone that was assisting her in the preparation of some of this food. This was an older gnomish man with a long white and gray beard wearing green overalls.
Okay, then I would like to switch my sensor from having been just exclusively sight to hearing to hear what they were talking about.
Okay. So you hear her instruct a person that she refers to as Cookie to prepare some of the food and move some things about the room, and you know, grab various ingredients and thanks him for his help with breakfast. So she walks back in and sits and it's an interesting story. I was very sad to leave you, and I'm very glad that you were able to find me and get out. I wasn't sure what would become of you when I left, and I'm sorry that I was not in Terransby like I had told you I wanted to be.
It's alright. I'm just glad you're okay, and I'm glad that I found you.
So I'm sure that you know that the people of Norbury did not think very highly of me for the things that I did to the Yumatir festival.
Yes.
Well, my chef, Cookie, he worked in Norbury, in one of the more expensive restaurants in the Blue District. He bribed his way into Norbury with some extremely well-crafted meats and some sauce that he has made for me before. It's very good. And that is how he escaped from Middlesbrough without having to mean, he obviously would not have been sold to any of the nobles as an old man, but he was able to get out and barter his way into working there. And one night, the night that I left, he overheard people talking about coming to capture me because of my interruptions to the festival. And he, remembering me and knowing what I was doing, he left and ran to me immediately in the forest and found me, and we left extremely quickly.
And as you're talking, you see that like a bat flies through the room and lands on her shoulder, and you recognize this is one of her many pets that she had in her home.
What was its name?
If you would like to name it, you can.
You may name it, please.
Sure.
Batrina?
Batrina, sure.
Definitely.
Terrible.
Let me write that down. Bat.
It's like,
rules.
does she have a cat called?
Nisha.
Katrina.
We named a man Shipman 2 earlier. This is a
His
step
name
or
is
two.
Ship.
That's very fair.
His name is Ship. He's a very serious character.
And I grabbed as many of my pets and my things as I could, and I had to run. Nisha was out somewhere in the forest at the time, and I've no idea what became of her.
Pull her out of my bag, or wherever she comes
Sure.
from.
You pull out
I don't know where I
pull out a
put her.
plastic bag. I got her.
Oh God! Please don't put your cats in a plastic
Yeah,
bag.
please don't do that.
Oh my goodness, you found her?
Yes, of course.
She stayed with you all this time.
And
Yes.
Nisha just like hops onto the table and walks over and just starts rubbing her face on Melody.
I
No.
didn't realize she was not your cat.
And then she walks back over to you and just curls up in your lap and starts purring.
My cat now.
Fuck you, Melody, it's mine.
You left me. I took your cat and I'm giving her back.
Several people knew that I wished to venture to Ternsby at some point in my life, and I was concerned that if I went there, that the nobles would come and find me, so Cookie suggested Wolfpine, as it was remote and out of the way, and no one would search for me here, and I left. I didn't want to risk sending a letter or word to you for fear that it would be, intercepted by the nobles and they would find me.
Well, again, I'm glad that you're okay.
I'm glad that you were okay.
Are you sure that it was only because of your interruptions to the festival?
As far as I know, that's what Cookie overheard, yes.
Does he know who was saying it?
He never told me the names. I know that he had been preparing some food in one of the large kitchens there and overheard a group of nobles at one of the larger tables. He left immediately to come tell me because he did not want me to be captured. If it had not been for him, I don't know what might have happened. I don't think I could have defeated the nobles on my own.
Well, I guess I definitely owe Cookie. That's such a weird name to try and say seriously.
It is. I keep giggling every time you say Cookie.
It's just an almond cookie.
Every chef, place has to have a chef named Cookie.
I don't.
There is
Is
a
it a name
legitimate
or a
name.
title?
It's a nickname.
Yeah.
He has an actual name. It's not just Cookie. He wasn't born Cookie. No last name, no family.
That was his true purpose, was
Yeah,
to become a cook.
Yes,
Correct.
but what does the totem repeat?
Cookie. Delicious.
Cookie monster.
No.
But no, I owe him for saving you.
Yes, I'm sure he would love to meet you. He's in the kitchen. I can get him if you'd like.
Yes, that would be fantastic.
All right.
And she runs off and comes back a minute later. And again, you see this this older kind of wrinkled gnome that's even a little bit shorter than Melody is, with a long white and gray like speckled beard, and he's got green overalls, has very bright, friendly brown eyes. Brina?
Yes, Cookie?
Yes.
It's nice to meet you.
It's very nice to meet you as well. Melody's told me a lot about you.
Thank you so much for saving her.
was the least I could do. She's a lovely woman.
She is.
He just walks over and just like gives you a hug. I feel like I know so much about you.
Well, I don't know anything about you. Would you want to tell me a little bit about yourself?
Okay. He walks out and comes back with a chair and hops up and sits down. He pulls like a very large stool, so he's sitting like above everybody, looking down slightly.
Is this room like gnome sized or
No, it's pretty
like
big.
medium?
Yeah. I mean, you had noticed when you were walking through the town, there were a lot of half-orcs around.
Okay. I wasn't sure if this was like a small hobbit town or something.
No. Well, I lived in Middlesbrough my whole life, grew up there. I didn't know what to do. I can't act worth a damn. So I couldn't be in any of the plays. They wouldn't have me. But I could cook, and I knew that if I got an audience with one of the nobles that I could get into a restaurant. Even if it wasn't my restaurant, at least I could do something there and make some money and get out of that foresty hellhole.
Well, your food is very delicious.
Thank you. So I made a dish and I went into town, and the first restaurant I went to shut me down. So did the second and the third. But the fourth one, he liked it so much he fell out of his chair.
Fourth time's a charm.
Yes, I suppose so. And
I look at him.
Who was it that you pleased so much in Norbury, was it?
it was the owner of the Sterling Dish.
Now, might I ask, do you know the names of the people who were talking about taking Melody?
I can't say that I do, unfortunately. There's a lot of nobles in Norbury, and I didn't get a good look at them. As soon as I heard them talking about Melody, I ran out of there to go tell her. I didn't want to wait even a moment.
I'm going to insight check that.
Sure.
That is a natural 1. I believe every word he says.
I will also insight check
Sure.
at that.
You're a good man.
Had we been to the Sterling Dish?
No. You remember seeing it as one of the more high-end restaurants in the Blue District.
I did have to make sure it wasn't
17.
the Honey Grove.
Honeysuckle Grove.
Honeysuckle Grove.
Yeah, no.
Bees.
I made this one dish. Bees.
I loved it.
That's why I'm so famous.
He appears to be telling the truth.
Okay.
I only recognized one voice, and it was a man that came in pretty frequently. That was Andrin.
Do I know this name?
You do not recall the name, no.
Okay.
E-N or I-N?
Andren.
That's right.
He was a human, pretty high up on the food chain in Norbury, very wealthy.
Funny. Ukubo, he made a funny. Food chain?
Chain?
Food chain.
I'm gonna pull out my chain.
Yes.
Chain?
Of food.
Oh, you just told him it's food.
No. No. Never mind. I thought it was a teachable moment. Forget it.
Who has the spoon? Is that this?
I have the spoon.
Not food.
No.
Could be food.
Give it
I
a shot.
pulled the chain down.
Okay, yeah, you pull the chain down from Ukubo's hands.
Not food.
Food chain.
Curious.
What? No.
You're just so good at it.
So,
Huh?
so a chain
Uh-huh.
can be a few different things.
Uh-huh.
It's not always just something you can hold.
What sort of food is left on my plate?
There's some large hunks of meat.
I'm gonna like try wrapping some of them together into a chain.
Sure. Make a performance check to make a meat chain.
I'm going to continue trying to explain abstract concepts to Ukubo.
Okay, so you just you punch a bunch of meat together and then just wrap a strip of like some like a strip of like chicken around it that you've like torn up and just hand it over to Ukubo.
Food chain.
What's in the What was?
No, poor Column, I'm assuming, knows better.
I don't know if Holland knows better. He wasn't there for
doesn't
that.
know better.
Okay, then there's probably pork in it.
One of us.
Food chain. I'm
I
gonna
saw
pull
it.
up my chain again.
No. No.
I nod.
No. Mm-mm. Don't listen to Arthas.
Why?
Dude, never listen to Arthas.
Why?
Maybe not never, but not this time.
Not this time.
So,
I'm just gonna start making the motion for you to play.
squirrels.
Squirrels? Squirrel chain.
Squirrels is not the best way to go.
Squirrel chain.
Yeah.
Squirrel.
Sometimes,
Squirrel chain?
sometimes, cats will eat squirrels.
Huh?
You,
Huh?
you lived in a forest.
Yes.
He's going
Yes.
to hate
Yes.
Nisha now.
Okay,
And-
this is
and-
good.
Huh?
And
Not that cat.
Huh?
Maybe. Probably.
Huh?
Brina feeds.
and I start nodding again.
Huh?
Uh-huh.
Huh?
Nisha does not eat squirrels. She eats food that I give her.
Squirrels?
And Nisha, upon hearing her name, just like looks up at you.
Slow, like a slow blink.
Yeah.
Huh? Huh? Ah.
This is a bad example.
I apologize for my friends,
Huh?
Melody.
That's okay.
Food chain.
I'm gonna pull out a book and start like writing
Yes,
down,
you
like try
try
and
to
figure out the
explain
best way to explain.
food chain.
Alright.
It's I
I don't know how to explain that.
You've got this, I'm
So
sure.
so Ukubo,
Huh?
nuts. Squirrels eat nuts.
Squirrels eat nuts.
Cat eats squirrel.
Huh?
Dog eat cat.
It's not necessarily true, but sometimes.
Wolf eat dog.
No, also.
Lion eat wolf.
That's not the. No, this
Bear
no,
eat
this-
honey. I ran out of things. Bear eat bees.
Honey eats lion. Bear eats honey.
Squirrels eat nuts.
Uh-huh.
Sometimes owls will eat squirrels.
Uh-huh.
I'm sure you've seen an owl eat a squirrel. Sometimes.
No.
No?
Friends. Dance.
The
Trees.
the owls.
Friend chain.
Friend chain.
I'm gonna insight check that. I just don't believe it. You telling the
Do you
truth?
believe it?
No.
What's your roll, Paul?
It is a 21 with bonus.
I roll for history. 14. Have I seen owls dancing with squirrels?
I would say if you did, you definitely blacked it out because it was so traumatizing.
No. Owls dancing with squirrels,
Oh.
not eating.
Definitely.
Dance. Like Ukubo dance. I'm gonna get up and start dancing around the table.
So you're telling the truth?
Uh-huh.
Have you
As
seen?
far, yeah, as far as he's aware, he's definitely
Owls
seen owls
eat
and squirrels
mice.
dance in the forest.
Okay.
But what happens when you leave,
I mean-
Ukubo?
Not no.
War.
We're all friends.
Okay.
And then a larger.
Just let him bite the chain.
Yeah.
Not food.
Not food chain.
No.
Chain.
Regular
Yes.
chain.
Chain.
What were we talking about?
That's all you had.
Food chain is different.
He was
Okay.
Cookie was talking about the nobles up the food chain, and I was trying. He made a pun, and I was going to teach Ukubo.
Haha.
Yes,
Funny.
I already laughed. That was 5 minutes ago, Ukubo.
Funny.
Holy shit!
Haha. Ukubo likes
your fault.
Ukubo like joke.
I know.
Cookie. Funny.
Thank you.
Anyway, go on.
Yeah, so then I ran to Melody and I told her what I heard and what I saw. And I recommended Wolfpine as a place she could go and not be found. And she gathered up her stuff and we left. Wanted to make sure she made it okay.
Do either of you remember a man named Richard Tips?
Dick for short.
I remember Mr. Tips, yeah.
Would he go to the Humatir Festival a lot?
Mm-hmm.
Did you really know anything about him or just of him?
I know of him. I did some cooking for the festival, and he always seemed to be buying a lot of the girls.
Do you happen to know why?
I don't know.
And I look at Melody. Do you know who Richard Tips is?
I've never heard of him. I don't remember him being at the festivals that at least I was at.
Because does he work on or own the boat? He works on it.
He works on the boat. Yeah,
Okay.
he works on
He
he
owns
owns
the
the casino portion.
Casino, okay. He owns the casino portion of the boat that we arrived on, and I kind of sort of maybe snuck into his office and found some portraits of gnomes, and my portrait was in there, and all the women that I found in there, all of them or just some of them were workers?
Definitely not all of them. There's
So
more.
some of them
yeah,
were-
there's
okay.
definitely more than that. But you remember from Kenya or Amra telling you that they are all over the place.
Okay.
In various cities. Some are in, in his other standalone casinos in Ramswarren. They're everywhere.
Okay. They seem to have been dealers on the ship, like card dealers, and I met one of the gnomes that was part of that book, and she said that he employs all the women, like, throughout.
Yeah, I get what you're saying.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's interesting. I suppose that's good then?
I don't see how that would be good, though, because they didn't seem very open to telling me about him, or like they seemed like they were stuck there.
I'm not sure. I didn't know many of the nobles by name. As you know of my antics with the festival, I terrorized a lot of them, but I never really had the opportunity to learn them by name, and I don't remember as a young girl being approached by any Mr. Tips.
Okay, I just found it was weird that my picture was still in there even though he hadn't had bought me.
I mean, we could talk to him if you'd like.
I don't know if I trust him.
There's a lot of us and one of him.
I guess that's right.
Your blue friend looks very strong.
Huh? Ukubo is blue.
Yes.
I think that's who she's talking about.
And strong?
Hello.
Hello.
Ukubo is very blue.
Is that your name, Ukubo?
Uh-huh.
It's a lovely name.
Uh-huh.
Are you strong, Ukubo?
No.
Yes.
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 Okay. Are you strong?
Sure.
Are you strong?
Quite strong.
Are you strong?
True.
And Cookie's, I'm strong. She's just, of course you are, Cookie. And you are strong, Brina.
Yes, I guess that's because of you.
I see you've absorbed some of my teachings as she eyes the skeletons that are just sitting motionless at the back of the room.
I definitely have.
That's good.
Well, maybe later on we can go talk to Richard Tips together.
Okay. That would be good.
Is there anything else that you had to tell me?
Not that I can think of. I'm so happy to see you. In your message, you said that you think I'm your mother.
How did I come to that?
Excuse me?
Moonstone.
Totem.
What?
What message? Mother?
Anyways, so
Totem.
this totem says back names that you say to it, and it wouldn't say Noakes, my last name. It would say Moonstone.
That's odd.
If you would like to try it, I'm sure Ukubo would let you. It's Melody.
Melody.
Uh-huh.
Oh.
And she just smiles at you warmly.
Ukubo.
Yes, you are Ukubo.
Ukubo.
The totem is Ukubo?
Ukubo is tree.
Okay.
Oh my goodness.
Ukubo, just
Huh?
let her see the
She
totem.
just extends her hand.
Tree. You know tree?
I've never seen that, no.
Nalan Woods.
I've never been there. We just passed through it on our way here, but...
Okay.
I'm an insight checker on Never Been.
Okay.
19 with bonus.
You do not believe that she is lying. She just holds the totem and...
What do I do?
Name.
Say your name.
Say name.
Melody.
And she hears in her head.
Melody.
Now say Melody Moonstone.
Melody Moonstone. Melody Moonstone.
Now say Brina Noakes.
Brina Noakes.
And now Brina Moonstone.
Brina Moonstone. Brina Moonstone.
I just thought it was weird that it would say my last name like that and not my parents' last name.
Why is it colored?
Ukubo put it in goo. Goo from Ale House.
Yeah.
Ukubo smush.
The orb worshippers.
Who?
Orbs.
From your old alehouse.
What?
Ale House.
What alehouse?
What was the name of the place called?
It's called the
It
Airhunt.
was
The
called
Ale
the
House.
No, the
Council.
no,
The town? Yeah, Navalon.
Navalon. Okay. In Navalon, they said that the tavern there, the old alehouse, was yours and that you built it.
I've never been to Navalon.
I will insight check. 13.
Doesn't seem like she's lying.
People know Melody and Navalon. Where go after leave? I pull out leaves.
After I left where? Middlesbrough?
Uh-huh.
I came here. And built this place with Cookie.
How get Middlesbrough to Wolfpine?
On a cart.
Where were you about 14 years? How long did
I feel like it was
Where were you? 14 years ago.
It was 20.
20?
Yeah, 20.
I've been in Middlesbrough. I lived there my whole life. I grew up there and participated in the Umatir festival.
You said that the inside of her elbows were exposed, right?
Yeah.
Our cookies.
I mean, they're not currently, but they were, yes.
Our cookies.
Cookie's sitting like cross-armed.
I'm just gonna look at Hollum.
What?
I'm just gonna reach over to Cookie and grab on his right arm.
Yeah, you pull it out. And you
Roll
goes
it up.
to shake your hand.
Yeah, I'll shake his hand. Yep, and then whoop, up we go.
Nothing there.
Check the other arm.
Nothing there. My veins are clean.
Are you okay?
Oh,
That was
so
very strange.
Oh, so you're the only one that's allowed to do that? You can't even say it with a straight face, can you? Right. Is Hollum actually laughing?
No. No, I am.
Does Hollum laugh?
Never.
Never in his life.
I lived in Middlesbrough. I grew up there. In a house like anyone else.
Oh, that seems very strange then.
I would say so.
So you don't know Elran?
No, I've never heard that name before. I remember you from Middlesbrough, and I remember your parents. You talked about them all the time. I can't remember my parents.
You can't remember them.
And she just kind of like looks confused. I
Hadn't thought about it, but
Did she used to talk to me about her parents?
No, she never mentioned her parents specifically.
Okay.
She mentioned that she participated in the Ymitir festival and that she lived in the town, and that's how she became to be the Witch of the Woods.
Okay.
But she did not mention her parents specifically. I remember a house, a small house, and she describes a house very similar to your house.
That was my house.
But, and she just kind of like puts her head in her hand.
So she is my mother.
I'm confused.
I'm also confused.
I'm just uncomfortable now.
Okay. But I don't know.
Can I start to ritual cast detect magic while we're sitting here?
Sure. And she pulls the necklace out, and you see, Brina, that it is the other half of your moon necklace.
I take it and put it up there.
She leans it up to you, and you put them together, and it forms one full
Did
moon.
anything happen?
No.
Okay.
But you see that it is the same necklace.
Okay.
Well, then I clearly gave that to you, so that's real. It has to be.
I mean, I don't question that that's not real. I just don't understand why you don't remember your past.
I mean, I remember growing up in the Laughing Woods in Middlesbrough. I don't know anything about Navalon or the what woods did you say it was? The Nowlan Woods. We just passed through them briefly.
How you go Wolfpine cart?
Yeah, we
You
passed
go
through
through
the outskirts.
mountains?
No, we passed through the outskirts of the forest. And
All
around.
the way down?
Yes. Very blue leaves.
How long ago?
About a month or so. Little.
And now own tavern?
Yeah, I built this here.
In month?
The people here are tremendously fast builders. They're renowned for their woodworking and leatherworking.
Okay. You like Wolfpine?
It's very nice here, and there's a lovely sea breeze, and I don't know what I'll do now that Brina is back. It changes a lot of things, a lot of questions.
Yes.
Why live in Laughing Wood?
In the woods to stop the Ymitir festival the best I could, but it got to a point where there were so many guards that I couldn't risk going in there without being caught. And that's when Brina found me, and we trained together, and I helped to teach her some magics so that way I could grow stronger and try to stop the festival.
And Mr. Cookie take you from Norbury?
He took me from the woods, not from Norbury.
He said nobles going to hurt you?
Yes, they said that there was talk of trying to kidnap me. So it was a disruption to the festival.
And why Mr. Cookie leave behind home for lady not know?
She just looks over at him and just kind of like ruffles his gray hair.
He's just a kind man.
How he know how find you in woods?
He knew where I was.
How?
Been rumors of me in the woods, and he knew me from when we were younger.
Friends? In Middlesbrough?
Yes.
Look much older than Melody.
He was older than me, but
Much older.
I only remember him being a few years older, but
How old Miss Melody?
in my late 30s.
Mr. Cookie?
She looks over at Cookie, and he just cracks his knuckles. 64!
So there's like a 25-ish year difference
There is.
in their friendship.
Correct.
And how old were you when playing with Mr. Cookie?
I was about 5, and he can have been more than 10. I remember that.
But much older. Why Mr. Cookie so old now?
I don't know.
Mr. Cookie not know why so old now?
No, I don't know. I only have fleeting memories. It was so long ago, but
Of Middlesborough?
well, just from my childhood. But I remember playing with Melody.
And now old man, and now Melody not old man.
And Cookie just kind of like looks sadly and confused at the ground.
Old. Cookie.
You do hear Cookie.
Cookie real.
Is that still the...
Old.
Old Cookie.
Stale.
About learning words.
Crumbly cookie. That's the way the cookie crumbles.
Cookie, what's your actual name?
My name is Kiko.
You spelled it?
Keiko. If you switch the letters around, it's Cookie. If you take KO and switch it.
Very good.
Thank you.
My last name is Trick Talon.
Gnomes have fucking weird names, man. They're so strange.
What is it?
Trick Talon.
Trick Talon, yeah.
I can't explain the age difference now.
Where you live after Middlesborough? Just go right Norbury?
Yeah. Yeah.
Not live anywhere else?
How
Just
long
Norbury.
were you in Norbury for?
How many years has it been? 15 or 18? Pretty long time. Just worked in the same restaurant and did my job best I could. Just wanted to make people happy.
Who own restaurant?
It was an elvish man named, let me flip to my elf names. Faerith.
Okay.
He was the one that fell out of his chair.
Okay.
Did you encounter any trouble in your travels?
I mean, yes. Quite a few, actually.
Trouble?
That would be putting it
I see you've
simply.
made some friends along the way.
Yeah.
Who teach Melody magic? You teach Brina, who teach Melody.
I don't know.
Just always do magic?
I don't know. I don't remember doing it as a child, but I don't know.
Just suddenly do magic someday?
I have memories of teaching Brina, but I don't have memories of starting magic.
Does Melody look anything like Brina?
No, she has brown hair
Yeah.
and
Yeah.
green eyes, and she's got purple hair and what were your eyes, blue?
I think so.
Yeah.
I think blue.
Has Giriel's detect magic included casting?
Yes.
Yes.
Do I detect any magic?
Mm-hmm.
You want to tell me about those?
Yep.
Sure did. Yeah, so obviously Melody is magical. Brina is magical.
Everyone here is magical.
Everyone's here is magical. Cookie's not magical, unfortunately.
Oh, poor Cookie.
F's for Cookie. Neither is Ranadin.
I forgot Ranadin was here. He's
Belfier
being
is
quiet.
not. The skeletons obviously radiate magic.
So the thing is that if a magical effect is affecting a person,
Sure.
this is not just detecting whether or not people have magical capabilities. It's whether or not there is any kind of magic affecting an individual also.
Okay.
And then that would determine or dictate the school of magic which is affecting an individual.
Sure. So you get the general kind of... I'm trying to think of how to phrase this.
So I will put it very bluntly, if there is a spell like Modify Memory or something like that that would be affecting an individual, that would give off a magical aura of, I believe it's illusion
Okay.
or enchantment. It probably is enchantment.
Okay.
But in terms of things like that, I'm not saying that if it is specifically that,
Yes.
that would be my estimation as a player in a metaing nonsense, but like in terms of whether or not an effect is taking place on an individual, that would specifically give off an aura.
Sure.
So like the skeletons are probably
Correct.
giving off necromet.
Correct. Or
Yes.
magical items that are on a person, like the amulet,
Yeah,
the
I'm
necklace,
just trying to
things
think
like
of
that.
Yeah, I'm trying to think of how to describe that because there's obviously story reasons for certain things. I'm trying to think of the best way to describe what that is. So you get the same magical essence that you had gotten from a lot of the other blue force field things from areas on Melody, around her head, around kind of like weaved into her magical essence, and you get that same feeling from Brina.
Also from Brina?
Yes.
Is that new, or have I detected that before on her?
You didn't know what it was before.
But it was always there.
Yes. But you had never seen what it was up until you saw the blue magic and learned more about it.
I like pull out a notebook and write that down.
Okay.
What are you writing? Oh yeah, I'm bringing attention to it.
What?
What are you writing?
You can just ignore him. He's very nosy.
I'm gonna lean over.
I'm not gonna like pull it away, but I'm just taking notes for my own
Sure.
memory because I don't want to discuss this here.
Okay.
But I'm not like keeping it a secret from
Sure.
Marcus or anything.
I'm providing you light.
You're just illuminating the page.
Yeah.
So what magic Miss Melody knows?
So you basically see that
She
information.
looks over and you watch as something levitates off
Okay.
of the table, some food. She turns a candle on and off.
Okay.
Very basic, like cantrippy stuff. She doesn't do anything that's. It's more for it's very like kind of distraction based and some necromantic stuff. She points at one of the skeletons and watches as like the hand moves and waves.
Sure.
So some very basic cantrip distraction magic as well as some necromantic
Okay.
magic. Is there anything that you would like to do, Brina?
Well, have we all finished eating? Like everything looks.
Yeah, everybody's pretty much finished eating.
I mean, if you could get us a room here for tonight, that'd be fantastic.
Yes, of course. Absolutely.
But other than that, I'm really glad to see you and glad I found you.
I'm very happy to see you as well.
love to get to the bottom of some of these questions that we both have.
Yes, certainly.
Yes. But, I'll put together some rooms for you. How many rooms would you like?
How large are the rooms?
They range from sizes. They're normally meant for a maximum of 4.
I feel like 2 rooms should be fine.
I believe 2, yes.
All right. I'll go get those prepared, and I'll be right back.
Thank you.
And she and Cookie walk out. You guys are alone in the room.
So, did I see her writing Curiel?
I assume so, because you said you weren't really hiding it.
No.
You were shrouding what you were writing, but not...
Yeah, I was taking notes for my own sake, not to just I
Sure.
wasn't passing messages
Yep.
around or anything.
What were you writing, Curiel?
And I'm assuming you guys saw me use detect.
Yeah, I mean, we would have
Magic,
watched
yeah.
you casting a spell for 10 minutes.
So I noticed something very strange when I was using detect magic in this room. You and Melody both have kind of woven into your auras the same magic that was in the cube and the barrier on the orbs and the chains. And Ukubo's... Did this have the...
Yes.
And also the totem.
You said both of us?
Yes.
That's very odd. I don't know what that would be.
It's been... you've had it this whole time. I just never recognized it until now.
I don't know what that means.
I don't either.
Did I ever try to touch the cube and everything?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
And it didn't let me touch it.
Mm-hmm.
Nope.
I don't know. Do you think we should ask Melody about it?
I'll leave that to your discretion. I don't know her. And she doesn't seem to remember any of the information we have about her.
Yes, which is very odd.
Was I able to see, you said it was kind of all around her, but you said
Yeah,
mainly, around her.
it was kind of her whole magical essence. You could see little bits woven in and kind of shifting around in the aura that you got from her.
I'll leave that to your discretion if you want to discuss that with her, but something...
I mean, maybe when she comes back, we can ask her about the cube and everything and see if she knows anything, even though she didn't really know much else.
I feel like it's unlikely. I mean, she's claimed to have never been to
Navalon.
Navalon. And were we given an exact description of her in Navalon, except
She was an elf.
she was an elf?
Yeah, she was an elf and
Yeah.
she had pointy ears and something else.
The hair
But,
color was the same.
Yeah, I believe so. I believe the hair color was the same. Eyes were a different color.
Eyes were a different color?
Yeah.
So really no concrete evidence that it was actually...
Or no. She definitely had green eyes in when it was described.
Yeah, because you said it looks like
Yes.
Melody, but an
Yeah,
elf.
correct. Yeah, there are definitely defining features that were described to you that make it seem like this is the same person, despite being a different race.
I don't know. There's a lot of weird stuff going on and I don't understand.
I pinch myself. Do I feel it?
Yeah.
Okay.
This isn't a dream.
I also pinch Arthas.
You feel it.
Yep,
It
good.
hurts.
Oh, I definitely pinch Arthas.
What the? All right. Everybody calm down.
Are we doing a thing?
No.
I pinch Arthas.
All right, stop.
Ukubo,
Pinch.
No,
pinch Arthas.
don't.
Everybody else,
It's a game.
it's for friends.
Pinch Arthas for friends?
No.
Yes.
No.
Absolutely.
Huh?
Yes.
Huh?
You know what pinching is?
No.
Like this.
Ow.
Do that to Arthas.
No, hurt.
It's
Not
for
hurt
it's
Arthas.
for Arthas's own good.
Good.
It will help.
It's good.
Help.
For friends.
How help Ukubo, though?
I was showing you how to
Help
do it.
Arthas. You are friends with Arthas?
Arthas.
Yes, Arthas.
Pinch Arthas.
Pinch Arthas.
Uh-huh.
Father?
What?
Wait.
Father's name, Pinch Arthas?
What?
No.
What is Pinch Arthas?
Jesus Christ.
Huh?
I'm gonna take.
I launched.
I was like, it's happening.
I get embarrassed when I go invisible and I run out of the
No,
door.
come on. Let me dex check
I will
it.
let you.
I still
I
have
will
to
let you
take
dex check
magic
it
up
because
so
to
I
be
can-
fair, you've done this a lot, and he is very. He can tell.
I
that
know.
you get,
I know
like-
when you. As soon as you start going, huh? I know.
You should have let him pinch you.
Yeah, if you would like to dex check. to
Just
get
a flat
away
dex
from
roll?
him. Yeah.
12.
I rolled that one.
Yes,
Tackle him
you
to the ground.
grab his invisible form.
Ah,
No.
I pinch you. Baited?
Baited and outsmarted.
I just laughed. I actually just laughed. Yeah.
Funny.
Oh, you got me.
Very good.
Haha. Pinch
No, it's okay.
friends.
I'll pinch Ukubo.
Yes, for friends.
I will also pinch Ukubo.
Okay.
I
pinch
command
you.
my skeletons to pinch.
Oh.
Oh,
Ukubo.
no.
Okay. Yeah, the skeletons in unison stand up and just
Lightly pinch.
and reach out to Ukubo and just grab with their bone fingers and just pinch a bit of skin and let go and then immediately sit back down.
Friends.
Friends.
I just have my hand near my sword just in case they're like trying to eat him.
Yeah, they just they look forward and just remain motionless, hands out on the
Gonna
table.
pinch you in your sleep.
Well, since Kirill has
Get out of
discussed
sleep again.
that magical shit with us, I will use my racial casting of Detect Magic.
Okay, sure.
So I also see it around her.
Yes, you see. The best way that I can describe it is if you know that every person has like a glowing outline of their magical essence. You can see like kind of swimming around in that is that blue magic. You only
Sure.
see it on Brina. You don't see it on the others.
Okay. What about Cookie?
Cookie, you get nothing from. Or sorry, Cookie, you would not have seen him have a magical essence. But
Yes, but individually the blue shit?
yes,
Okay.
yes, you would have seen a little bit of that kind of radiating off of him very slightly, but he did not have his own magical essence because he was not capable of casting magic.
Cool.
And nobody else in the room other
Correct.
than the three of them.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, I didn't directly observe it. So
I would have relayed the cookie.
Yes.
Also having. The
I would have relayed the cookie.
cookie relay.
So I mean, then I have to ask, like, would it be like some sort of magical runoff? Like, he's been around Melody too much?
No,
Not
because
no.
he has lapses in his memory as well.
And older than should be.
Yeah.
Old.
So either Melody is younger than she should be, or he's older. But he seems very confident and proud in the fact that he is 64 years old.
Mm-hmm.
I think he likes not being dead.
It like Mr. Exel. Older than Ukubo, remember?
Yeah, that's true.
And Lameral?
Uh-huh. Older than Mr. Brendan, but younger. Look old. Lameral was told to be young.
No, I know.
Okay.
It's just
Yeah,
a
yeah.
confusing
Yeah, no,
situation in
yeah,
general.
Agreed. I will conclude my casting of Detect Magic, and then I will cast Detect Evil and Good.
Okay.
So that informs me as to whether or not there are any celestial, elemental, fey, fiend, aberration, or undead presences.
Melody's not in the room, correct?
No.
No, but it lasts a while, so I'm okay
yeah.
for a little while.
Oh, yours lasts. Mine's only like 6 seconds.
Mhm. Yeah, you have Divine Sense. I actually have Detect Good and Evil.
Is this the first time you've cast that, or did
Yes.
You cast...
Oh, I've been holding it.
That's good.
Aberration, celestial, elemental, fey,
I-
fiend, or undead.
I have to go.
So the skeletons are undead.
Correct.
Yes, correct. Skeletons are undead.
So I sense those.
Yep,
As I know where the creature is located
correct.
for 10 minutes.
Yep.
Or a place or an object that has been magically consecrated or desecrated.
Okay.
Or a thing.
Consecrated, I'm assuming means like blessed.
Correct.
Okay.
Or cursed. So I know if things are blessed
Sure.
or cursed near us. So
Sure. Yes, so you, from Arthas's necklace, you get blessed.
Mm-hmm.
You also get elemental.
Mm-hmm. From the necklace
pen-
or from Arthas
From the
himself?
necklace.
So the necklace.
Yes.
From the pendant necklace or
Yes,
or
from the
the
pendant.
Dayman?
Not the Damon, no. Damon! He is elemental.
He is every form of.
Okay. Anything else within 30 feet? Maybe
so-
Hallam.
So from Hallam, what is the list of things again?
Aberration, celestial, elemental, fey, fiend, or undead.
Okay. You also get elemental from Hallam's necklace as well.
And Kiriel.
Kiriel, you get none of those.
Okay. And Brina.
So from Brina, you also don't get any of those.
Nothing. And
If I guess given the magical essence weaved into it, you would get elemental as well. A little bit. Same thing from Cookie and Brina Melody as she walks back into the room.
What about the amulet? Or the totem?
The totem, a lot of elemental.
only elemental, though?
Correct. Forgot about the totem.
And for their necklaces, anything?
The necklaces, no.
Okay. And nothing on me. So aberration, celestial, elemental, fey, fiend, or undead.
Sure. So you would get elemental from the totem, and you would also get elemental from yourself.
So I'm the only boring one here.
You don't exist.
Yep.
Fake
Neither do
dragon.
you.
Not real.
Turtle.
I have your rooms for you.
Thank you.
And she just sets 2 keys down in front of you.
Are they elemental?
No. The keys get up. I gotta go! And they run out of the room.
They're fey.
Yeah, they're fey. They have legs. He's got the suitcase, opens it up. Rock babies. The campaigns are the same.
Very good.
Yeah, so she sets the keys down. It's rooms 5 and 6 downstairs.
I pick them both up, and Hallam, I'm sure you would like your own room.
That would be nice.
And I hand him, I guess, whatever would be the smaller room key.
Oh, they're both the same size.
Oh, okay. Well,
I
then,
can
yeah.
get you a single room if you would like.
Don't worry, I'll bunk with him.
All right. Okay.
Sure.
I can turn into a cat.
Don't do that again.
It was only for an hour.
And Belfry looks over at you. Do you want to rest and then find Magdar tomorrow, or do you want to head out and look for him today?
It's the
I don't
middle
know,
of the day,
Belthor.
isn't
You
it?
seem pretty chill about this.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, yeah, you
I feel like we should find him immediately.
I would like to find him, yes. It's been a long journey, and I'm concerned.
You're
for-
hungover.
No.
Do I even have to roll?
No. You could see it in his eyes.
Wait, was Ranadin evil?
No.
Fiend.
Big fiend.
So is Melody like stepping back as if to leave the room, or?
Yes.
Oh, Melody.
Yes.
It was nice to meet you.
It's very nice to
To
meet you.
shake
as
her
well.
hand, and I'm going to cast Divine Sense. You beat me to it, you son of a bitch.
Yeah, you get the same feeling from her.
She's not a celestial or evil or anything like that.
No.
Okay.
She definitely seems good, and you do get those little wisps of elemental.
Okay.
Yes.
I give her a hug before she walks out.
Okay.
Thank you again, and I'll see you later tonight.
Yes, we'll meet up and hopefully answer some of these questions and gaps in both of our memories.
Yes, definitely. Thank you.
She pulls you really close, and then lets go and kind of steps back to let you leave.
Come on, skeletons.
Okay. And she walks up and gives you a hug.
She's teeny tiny, so she'd be like
you
hugging
pinch her?
her.
You're hugging yourself. That's literally what you're doing right now.
I'm down here, Okubo.
Just like hugging your knee.
I lift her up and hug her.
Thank you. She just puts her hand on you. You're very strong.
Uh-huh.
You're a good friend to Brina.
Ah. Hello, Ukubo.
Hello, Ukubo. Hello, Melody.
Uh-huh. Uh-huh. Huh? Say hello, Ukubo.
I did.
What say? Hello, Ukubo?
No, it said hello, Melody.
Uh-huh. Uh-huh.
Wait,
May I?
can
John's very smart.
I'm gonna clutch my pearls.
Huh?
Oh, my pearls!
Not real. Mine.
He goes invisible and he's gone!
No, he already
No,
used
I know,
it.
I'm kidding, I'm kidding.
For the pinch.
hello, Ukubo.
Uh-huh.
Hello, Ukubo.
What'd you hear?
His hat sadly, head down.
Did it speak to you?
Yeah, it said
Hello.
hello, Ukubo.
Hello.
Hello, Ukubo.
Hello, Ukubo.
Hello, Ukubo.
Hello, Melody.
Hello, Melody.
Hello,
Hey.
Colum.
I am everyone.
Colum is all.
Hello, Brina.
Hello, Brina.
Yay.
Say hello, Ukubo.
Hello, Ukubo.
Hello, Brina.
Yay!
Hello, Ukubo.
Hello, Arthas.
Okay. Oh, it knows who I am.
I'm glad we fixed those low sounds, because that would have been a real wrongly one.
That might still have been. It was,
Nah, it's good.
See?
I don't understand what it is.
Totem.
Well, yes, I see that, but it doesn't explain how it knows my name or your name or his name.
Totem.
It is Ukubo.
Ukubo is tree.
Okay.
And I'm gonna take off my shirt.
Okay.
Huh? Start pointing to all the symbols on my body. Huh?
I recognized that one from Sylvanas.
Uh-huh. Huh? Do you remember which ones are
yeah,
which?
yeah.
Okay.
I'm not familiar with the others. They're beautiful.
Huh? How no, Mr. Sylvanus?
He's the tree daddy.
Hello, Tree Daddy.
No, he's
the father of the trees.
No, you said you were just saying it.
He's the tree daddy.
Hello, Tree Daddy. What does it say?
Hello, Sylvanus.
Huh?
Oh no.
Tree Daddy. It him.
I don't think so.
I'm gonna touch it to the marking of Sylvanus.
Yeah, it vibrates slightly, but
Are you okay?
How Ukubo can do things.
So I'm gonna
Got to go.
I'm gonna activate Divine Sense again and look at everyone in the room. I have about 6 seconds to do so.
okay. You get good from everybody, including the skeletons, despite necromantic.
They're good?
Well, because they're being
the fuck?
because they are being controlled by Brina specifically. Skeletons themselves are not necessarily good or evil; they're just bones.
Yeah, when they're
So
under my
Brina is
control.
good.
Yeah,
What's your alignment?
Aren't I like
I mean, you're a good person.
yeah.
Yeah.
Like
Your
that,
actions
it doesn't
are good.
detect alignment.
Yeah,
it
it's
detects
detecting your
Intention
motives, your
and-
actions.
Okay.
You're not using the skeletons for evil.
Yeah.
Just
Random's
using-
kind of in the middle.
Random's
You
great.
got a little.
He's great.
He's about
He's
half,
great.
About half
He's
and half.
good.
He's great.
Also, yeah, he's great. He's great.
Also, 100% when I hugged Melody and picked her up, she is the shape that
Yes,
she is.
correct.
All
I
right.
knew why you were doing that. I knew
All
it
right.
wasn't. Yeah.
Gotta hug
Get
her
out there, Elf!
Yeah.
Ah, what's in you? I'm gonna get
I'm gonna hold that vibrating totem on you!
Oh my god.
Yeah. That's. I didn't say anything because I knew why
Yes,
you were doing it.
I
yeah.
figured.
Yeah.
So everyone in this room is good.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
And I see the wisps around Melody,
Cookie and Brina.
Cookie, and Brina.
Yep. And
And the
Ukubo's totem is blue. You get that same blue, but that is very strong. You see elemental from yours.
That's okay.
And
And
you see
Holland.
you see elemental around Ukubo as well.
And Hollum.
You
Just
said
around the amulet.
Just around the amulet?
Yes.
Okay.
everyone but me.
The fake dragon.
So far, I think I'm pretty straightforward.
Would you see it
What?
on the thing
What?
on my weapon?
Grab Arthas's
I'm
arm.
gonna
On my
pinch you.
boots.
Oh,
Grab
Arm.
Arthas's arm and
No, hey!
pull his sleeve back.
Why are you exposing me? What about him? Expose him!
huh?
Isn't this a weird thing to do, Hollum?
What are we doing?
My tattoo is exposed.
Is
It's
it?
very strange.
So she still has detect magic on, and I have detect good and evil on.
Sure.
Does anything look different about the fucking elemental eye?
Your tattoo is not there anymore.
Yep.
Oh, you faking.
I grab Arthas's arm and I'm just like,
Grab him.
I grab Holland.
His tattoo is still there.
Mm-hmm.
There's no magical essence coming from it.
I pull a pen out of my bag and I just draw an eye. On
No! What do you mean it's gone?
Not there.
You see this.
Maybe he doesn't need you anymore.
Who is he? I knew you knew more.
I know what I'm supposed to know.
I tackle you.
I headbutt him as he tackles me.
Because now my assumption is that you have done this to me. You're trying to rope me into something. I'm going to attempt to restrain you.
Okay, yeah, make a strength checks, both of you.
Am I sitting between them as we are here?
Should
Yes.
I roll to
What's
see
that?
if my headbutt hits as he's tackling me?
Yes.
Sure. So that's a 23 to hit.
Sure.
Definitely, it's, yeah.
Okay, yeah, so that's going to hit him for 5 damage.
Okay.
And then I'm making a strength check. That is non-natural 20.
20 with bonus. Yeah.
17.
Okay, yeah, so he holds your arms off as you try to like, grapple him to the ground.
Ukubo, help me!
Huh?
He put markings on me.
That's not true.
Markings?
Yeah,
What mean?
like yours.
He's making a joke. It's funny.
You hit by lightning? Ukubo hit by lightning.
Ukubo, help me and I'll explain.
Explain lightning.
Help!
Tattoo?
I'm gonna cast polymorph and
Okay.
turn into like
A T-Rex.
like a weasel.
Oh, we're Mario Odyssey now.
Turn into a weasel, and I'm just gonna crawl under the table and
Okay.
up Ukubo's back and just sit on top of his head
Okay.
and
So
get
you're-
out of the middle
Sure.
of this.
You now have a weasel on your head.
Ah.
Silver
Little
weasel.
silver weasel.
Ah.
I'm gonna. I'm just gonna yell at you. Where did it go? And then I'm gonna punch you in the face.
Am I not holding his arms?
I have your arms.
Yeah, I would say you guys are. You would have to. Both of you are holding each other's arms. You're trying to. You know, one.
It's a
Each
scuffle.
of you's got. Yeah, it's a scuffle. Each of you's got one of each other's arms. So it's going to be hard for you to attack each other. I'll permit you to make one attack since Hollum got one attack.
So is it just strength plus proficiency, right?
Yep.
Oh, so that's a 21 with bonus.
Yep.
Is it
Yeah. So you hit him. D4. Yep.
plus strength?
Yeah.
So 8.
It's not a D4.
Oh,
An
no.
arm strike is 1 plus
plus
your
strength.
strength
Oh, okay.
mod.
Oh, it's
Correct.
1 plus your strength, so you take 6.
Yes.
And you just watch as the two of them are
Weasel.
scuffling. Weasel.
What are I don't know what a weasel is.
Yeah,
Don.
you-
What are you? Ah.
Where did you get your tattoo?
That's none of your business.
It's about to be.
I didn't ask you about yours.
You grabbed my arm and now it's gone.
I grabbed your arm and now it's gone?
You showed it to me in Navalon and now it's gone. Where did it go?
I didn't do anything to it. Clearly. When was the last time I touched your arm?
I don't know how many days it's been.
What if marking only in Avalon? Okay. Could be place, not person.
I would assume person.
I mean, I still have mine, yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
he still has his, and the only time I saw it was when he grabbed my arm and showed it.
As we
Revealed
got
it.
to Navalon,
I'm still struggling with him.
could be from something in Navalon. Tree. Ukubo.
not really listening to you, to be honest. I'm still fighting with him.
Okay. I'm gonna carry this weasel and leave.
Okay, sure.
I guess, yeah, go after him.
Let them have date.
Oh,
Ukobo
God.
has a very skewed idea of what
Come
a
on,
date
Curiel, we're
entails.
gonna let them have their date.
She's a weasel.
You're the weasel.
I'm the
Come on,
weasel.
Curiel, let's go.
Come on, Weasel.
Oh no. I'm gonna say that to my skeletons then.
Okay.
Come on,
Come
skeletons.
on, Curie.
Come on, my four little Curiels.
So yeah, like I'm just gonna keep fighting you because I don't know what's going on. Genuinely confused. I think it's you. So
I will slowly maneuver him so that I can see the door as they're walking out the door.
Okay.
And then I'm gonna do the thing and teleport out the door.
Okay. He teleports 30 feet.
yep. And you said it's blue mist, right?
Correct.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm going to get out of sight of the door.
Okay.
And start moving around the building.
Sure.
And we'll teleport again to get
Yeah,
ahead.
absolutely.
Yep.
I'm just like,
I'm just gonna get up,
Okay.
brush myself off, and slowly walk out of the inn.
Okay. So you walk down the stairs and out the door.
Mm-hmm.
Belfier follows you out.
Forgot we had the kids.
we don't have, we have
just
Ranadin.
Ranadin.
He's the
and
dwarf
Belfair.
man.
Is Ranadin with us?
Forgetting.
We still have Ranadin.
Yeah. Who did Ranadin go with?
He went with them. He's
Okay.
he's just following Ukubo and the weasel.
I'll deal with that later. Let's go find Magdar.
Okay. So you and Belfier walk towards the other buildings in the town to look for Almond's pottery. Where is everybody else? Are you guys going to your rooms?
I mean, I have a weasel.
Yes.
I'm following him with a weasel.
You can, you know that video of the ferret just doing like the dance. Very pliable creatures.
I'm gonna take this weasel to Melody.
Okay.
You watched me turn into the weasel. Okay.
It's a weasel. But don't shake it, Ukubo.
Friend. I'm just gonna hold you by your little weasel. Just like.
Be careful.
New friend.
Okay.
Ukubo doesn't realize it's me.
No.
Turtle.
I just look at Ukubo.
Funny. Weasel stew sounds nice. So does turtle stew.
Oh my god.
So I'm gonna walk the weasel. I want to get a leash.
Walk the weasel.
That'd be adorable.
As soon as he says leash, I'm just gonna like skitter out of his hands and sit on top of his head.
Hat. I'm gonna put Ipiko on top.
Yes, you have a spectral bat sitting on top of your weasel head.
Go downstairs and go outside.
Okay.
Yes,
Outside.
we can go outside.
Okay.
Ranadin's still with us.
Got to look for Almond Man.
Harlem, where are you headed?
Wait,
I would have maneuvered around the building just to not be attacked again.
Sure.
And then I imagine I would see him leave and not look for me.
Okay.
So I would have gone back to the rest of them.
Okay. So we'll say that you and Belfier are ahead walking towards the building. The rest of you are kind of lagging, probably about 100 feet behind. And we will conclude there for the evening. All right. So thank you, chat, for watching tonight. I hope you guys enjoyed the episode of Tales of Settandor. We will be back on Tuesday evening for the City of Oshwamp, which is very exciting. We've got some real fun stuff planned, I'm sure. Always a very fun time. If you're new here, make sure you can follow us so that way you find us again. We do D&D 3 to 4 times a week. Next week, we've got the City of Oshwamp on Tuesday, Princess of the Apocalypse on Wednesday, and then we have Dinner in a Dungeon next Friday, our comedy fun time podcast where we've got some cool stuff planned, which is going to be fun. And then next Sunday, we're back with Tales of Settandor. So you can go to our website, notgreatrpg.com, to find out more information about all of our shows and all of our fun things, watch recaps, and all that good stuff. So thank you guys very much for watching. We will see you on Tuesday. Have a wonderful evening. Bye-bye.
Good night.
Bye.
Goodbye. Goodbye.